Alright, good morning everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. For those who don't know, my name's Nagai. You're guilty of your old man. You're guilty of your OG son. The OG and OG son is for old geezer. Hope you're all doing well. Let me just adjust the lighting here. And exposure's on automatic. Okay, and I think we are... Oh! There's also sun shining through over there, but my wife's gonna drop the curtain a little bit so we can manage the lighting a little bit better. That's better, much better. But yeah, good morning everyone. Yo, Flynn MFGC, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Old guy to guy, let's go. That's right. What's the MFGC stand for? Mega Man for Gaming Champions? I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Good morning. So nothing specific I want to really practice. I usually just jump right into it. And I think I'm going to jump right into some ranked matches. Not right now. But I'll definitely focus more on ranked matches. I keep saying I'll play ranked matches and I'll like play one and then I'm like, all right, I'm good. But we will do some little bit of execution practice, get a little bit of warm-ups. I do have actually one idea to kind of get through. I don't know if you can, because you guys can't see it there, but some execution practice. But I also want to do a little bit of air-back JK 2.0 extensions. I've been doing the 1.0 extensions for air-back JK, but because of the standardization of the hurt boxes of 2.0, we can probably get a /6H or a /2H more consistently. Definitely /6H, but we'll see the stability of it. I did touch upon it. I did a brief look at it when the patch just came out, but we will look at it even further today. Flynn MFGC is my coaching community. Oh, okay. M is my last name. M as in Milia Rage. How's Strive 2.0? I've heard mixed opinions. I hopped on for one set and got hit by Block Infinite, then hopped off. Well, for the most part, I think 99% of opinions have been positive that I've seen. So far, like, I mean, I really like it. I like the fact that it's a lot. Well, I mean, I don't want to say you get a lot more interactions, but I certainly get more interactions in neutral, which is good for like my character. And I think it's good for the health of the game. Less big damage, more ways to play the game. So I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So much that, you know, I've just realized I've streamed every single day this week. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this patch, and it's definitely made me more interested, more so interested in this game than usual. So that's a testament of it being a good patch, in my opinion, anyway. But the Happy Chaos thing, it's a little bit weird. There's a Happy Chaos Infinite now that, even though he's been nerfed, I haven't really showed it a whole lot, and we've seen it once on stream. I got hit by someone I think they were just trying out Happy Chaos and they just saw this Infinite from the TNS a week and a half ago, and it was more of like a Omega lol, you're getting hit by it, Omega lol kind of moment, it felt like. So it's just like, oh, this is gonna get patched eventually, so we know Arxis is gonna address it. The weird thing is that the patch and the changes for Happy Chaos are not going to be addressed until after, what is it, Arc Revo or Evo Japan, which is like, I mean, if you want to win, I suggest playing Happy Chaos. But other than that, it seems like a pretty nice patch. Is Melee thriving yet? In the more... Oh, sorry. If you guys didn't hear that, That was a one-up sound from a plushie we have, and my wife made a weird noise after. I can't hear her, but it sounded.
That thing's haunted.
The haunted it scared my wife. The haunted one-up mushroom. I bought it for her. Actually, I got it for you maybe last year. I got it for my wife maybe last year.
Squeeze it for it to go off.
Yeah.
It goes off at random.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we can't control it. It's possessed by a ghost. But Garange, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, Garange can answer that. Is Milia thriving yet? In the more reset focus meta, at least. What do you think, Garange? Garange plays Milia for sure. Although Garange is currently an aspiring and also inspiring Dizzy player. So I'm trying to get this reset down pat. I'll show it to you real quick. The 2K, well, maybe not this particular reset. I do want this reset down pat, but what I want to do is get better at this low error dash JH into a close slash 2H confirm. So that's what I want to do. It requires a low error dash, an error dash back high, but you got to do extra low. It also requires you to be very practiced with a dash macro close slash. You got to be very precise with it. It's gonna be hard to do online, but if I can land it, if I can get it down so comfortably offline that trying it online isn't going to be a problem, that would be nice, because it leads into something like this, like basically a touch of death off of one mix-up, right? Yeah, touch of death is probably not the right term for it, but you can set your wings. All right, here we go. Something like this, right? And I'm doing this against Dizzy, but normally I do it against Soul. All right, here we go. I'll show you real quick. A little bit too high. Now that I'm trying to show it's not gonna happen, right? There it is. Except at the end there you do your super. I panicked a little bit. At the end I should also do 5k dash macro. I'll show off the controller real quick, it sounds clean. Okay, yeah, I got a Quamba Q8 RAF with silent buttons. It's not normally this loud because it's supposed to be silent buttons, by the way, and a silent stick, but my mic is really close to it. I also have like GPU enhanced noise suppression, so you're hearing it in full glory. Even my GPU doesn't, or my noise suppression doesn't think it's noisy. sick old man alert. Woo, woo, woo. That's true. I managed. You guys should see my keyboard. It's not a keyboard, it's a typewriter. I go ching, ching. If you guys don't know what that is, then I'm really old. Nice control though. Thank you. All right, let me show you something also nice. If I can do it. I've been trying to practice this every day now, starting yesterday. This is part of my execution practice routine. I do this before I go to bed, and I guess now when I woke up. Bam. All right, the air dash isn't quite low enough. That was, yeah, that wasn't too low. That was too high. Now I'm overcompensating. So at the very least, what I want to get used to is having a contingency plan if my execution fails. All right, so that's the tricky part. The last part's a bit tricky too, because I need to cancel into a fish if it wall sticks before the Mikhail sword, and then I can do a super. Sorry, contingency for the high. Like if I do it too high, I want to be able to recognize that I'm doing it too high and just do something else, like a 5k 2D. Nick, are you showing up for Mythic 3 if and when? I mean, let me know the dates. I'd like to go. That's probably like the only tournament I really want to get to this year. I was looking at UMAD. I wonder if I could just super right there without the fish. But UMAD is pretty far away and it cost me like $1,000 to get to. But it'd be cool to go there and hit Toronto on the way back. Show my wife a Blue Jays game. And all the other cool Toronto things. Alright. I'm not doing very good with this particular execution thing, but we're getting better, I think. I think the key for me is to just slow down the dash macro and the JHP link. Okay, so no fish. I'm just doing my super. Okay, I think I need the fish though, because I need to get close. But yeah, let me know if there's a Mythic 3. As far as I understood, last year Mythic 2, or like they announced, oh yeah, we'll have a Mythic 3, but I was talking to Evan and he was like, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I trust Evan. Evan's my buddy. You know Rasper, hey Flynn? Him and I'm sure he talks a lot about it, but him and I used to go over his house. Like he lived a city away from me, and then when there was a tournament for Xrd, I would go over to his house to use his internet because my internet is not the best. Jeez, I can't do this here. It's funny. I think you also know my buddy Matt Murray. Mr. Murray? We used to watch anime together. Him and his buddy. We used to watch anime and watch UFC. He's my UFC buddy. But mostly my anime buddy. He would come over, we watch I don't know. I forget what it was back in the day. I think it was my buddy actually really liked Black Cat. Okay, I guess Matt Murray is your teacher, so this might sound a little bit weird, but man, we used to hang out so much. Played Street Fighter. I got him in Street Fighter. He played Zangief. But Mr. Murray, we had a mutual buddy who really liked the manga Black Cat. So we watched all of Black Cat at my house, and it sucked compared to the manga, apparently. But we watched it. We got through it. It was you know, if you get through a crappy anime, you know, a crappily adapted anime together with a friend, you know, you're the real ones, you know. Oh, the good old days. All right. I promise you this does work. You know, I'm getting a little bit better at it. There it is. It's just being ready to it's being ready to summon fish if things fail. That's like the weirdest part for me on this particular setup. Actually, you know, I didn't read any Grange stuff here. I've been practicing. I've been too focused practicing here. Millia's going strong. Haven't been playing Milia as of right now, but I believe Milia's in a good spot. I've been playing her since the second beta. So Flynn says, I've only been playing Strive since launch, never been a huge anime fan. I've been asking around, getting my buddy cola to consider. Yeah, no, I mean, if they need numbers and they need like support, like if they want me to do a little bit of a talk again, I can do that to help with the event. I would love to do that. If anything, it'll be much smaller. Go ahead and we go ahead to locals every time. I coach alongside him. Oh, nice. Matt Murray is technically my coworker. That's awesome. Matt Murray is a nice guy. Lovely person. I haven't volunteered much recently. I'm technically on call whenever they need someone for Street Fighter 6 or other. Okay, cool. Yeah, he it was me and my buddy Bobby. Bobby played Street Fighter 4, and you know what? At the time, I wasn't that interested in Street Fighter 4. I was more interested in playing like Guilty Gear AC and also Guilty Gear Xrd, but I couldn't get anyone interested in playing that game because it was very executionally difficult. So for me to like compromise, I went over and played Street Fighter 4 with my buddy. I played Abel, and I played some Smash Brothers, so I can, you know, just in hopes of finding like people to play Guilty Gear, train people to play Guilty Gear. Eventually I did, and well, Matt wasn't there when we transitioned to play Guilty Gear at all. He left by that time, but he was part of like the Street Fighter crew, and he played Zangief, and I had the pleasure to kind of be part of his first experience of Street Fighter, because, you know, obviously I see him representing Zangief. I think he even like dressed up as Zangief for Halloween one time. So it's cool to be part of someone's interests, you know, or the start of it. There we go. So I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm actually like, I'm usually like doing dash macro and JH like really fast together, side by side, like bam, 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 bam. But I'm actually doing it a little slower, like da 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 da. I think that seems to be helping me with my timing. Instead of just like immediately plinking it, I'm doing like a slow peeling. Alright, how's it going? I've been practicing that air dash back JH micro dash, and it feels so hard to do. I get like 1 out of 15 tries. Me too. I'm gonna practice it so I get it like 10 out of 10 tries. That's the goal. Oh, I should probably put my pin message for my video. Sorry guys. A little bit of shameless advertisement here. You guys don't have to click on it. But if you want, you could. It's my YouTube video. Yo, Stevers, how's it going? What's up? Morning's going so far. I'm hoping the internet holds up. So lately the internet's been dropping around like 11. So I'm hoping to get a bunch of matches before that. And then if it consistently drops, I'm just gonna stop streaming. Like sometimes I'll just stop streaming when it drops, and it's really heartbreaking when it happens. Yeah, it sounds like a town. I tried calling the ISP earlier, or I guess late last week, and you know, I paid a little extra for the better internet. They told me my router is probably gonna go, so I bought a new router, and you know what? Nothing's changed other than like the speed of the internet. Like stability, which is the most important thing, hasn't changed at all. So I'm gonna call them again, and maybe it's like some external hardware around the neighborhood, because I'm very certain it's to do with like the neighborhood or whatever hardware they have connecting all the houses here, because it seems to only happen during peak hours. So like if I streamed, which is why when I streamed from like midnight to 4 AM, I didn't really get too many drops. Probably because no one was on. Okay, at the end there we gotta just cancel into a fish. So I'll call them again. Last time enough of us apparently in the neighborhood complained so that they sent someone down, fixed something, and then it was stable for like a year, and now it's not so stable anymore. it's to the point where I actually want to get Starlink. Like, I'll still have a wired connection, and it's gonna be nasty for me because I'll have to pay for 2 types of internet, like our City West internet or local ISP, and also Starlink. Because you can't really play fighting games without a wired internet connection, right? But I can't really stream if it also, you know, drops on me all the time. You know, it's kind of heartbreaking. Like, let's just say I get a huge raid. Let's just say someone takes notice and like, oh yeah, let's raid this Nagai fella, right? With my 300 followers or 300 viewers right now. Hypothetically, if that happens. And that has happened once. I got raided by Maximilian once, and I got raided by Artosis. It happens, but then like my internet kind of messes up shortly after that raid, right? That would be so heartbreaking. Now, luckily for me, that hasn't happened yet, but given the consistency of the drops, I wouldn't be surprised if that'll happen on like a big raid, and I think that would be like my that would be my breaking point. I think that would be it. That would devastate me. I would like cry so hard after stream if that happened. Yeah, so small town things. So I'm thinking of maybe getting Starlink, which is like $100 a month. Like, this is how much I like my hobby, and maintaining my city internet, my local ISP, and use the local ISP internet, which is wired, for like connecting to matches, and use Starlink, which ironically will probably be more stable for stream. Use that for streaming and like other services. That's like the game plan. If they can't fix it, you know, if by calling them on Monday they're like, no, nothing we can do about it, like, get fucked, loser. You know, all right, this sucks, but I'm gonna have to like lower my plan for the ISP, and unfortunately donate money to Elon Musk, which I don't like the idea of. Anyway, you can tell that I'm really upset about this. I think this is like the most you're gonna see some emotion, like negative emotion for me, but like it just drives me crazy that like I can't really succeed in any of my like hobbies, things that like enrich my life, things that like make me happy after a day of work, because my local ISP is like failing on the promises that they are trying to, that they're advertising. Anyway, okay, enough about that though. Yeah, how's small town Wi-Fi been treating you? Nothing's changed outside a few dollars out of your... Yeah, I mean, yeah. The Wi-Fi itself is okay. It's just like the wired connection is brutal for some reason. It's validated. Yeah, it's like the one time I had like, you know, one of the times I had a big moment. I was playing against Hotashi in a top 8 situation. I actually sent them to losers in a ArcSys kind of event, and then like and he understandably the connection was bad, so he like I don't know if he appealed or did something, but like he got me disqualified basically. And I don't blame Hotashi for it at all. No, I blame my ISP. We ended up having to like face each other in like for 3rd place, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna do this. And like the ArcSys organizers like had to like make a decision, and obviously I was, because I'm not as popular or whatever. No, it's not the reason. Not the reason at all. Not the reason. The reason is because my internet was shit. And also, I would side with Hotashi too. If I was a bigger organization, I'd also side with Hotashi, because like my guy, no one knows this guy, right? Whatever. Anyway, but the point is, it wasn't really Hotashi, more so my connection that I have zero control over. Granted, Hotachi could have been a little bit nicer about it. He said some pretty nasty things in the Discord. Really unfriendly things about it. But like, you know, I get it. I get it. But again, that wouldn't happen if my ISP wasn't such a jerk about things. But anyway. Locals call ISP shit in the nickname for a reason. Yeah, it's called City West. So the locals call it Shitty West. There you go. There's one we want. Oh, another great one. Can we get it? Wings? Yeah, let's go. Yo, gaming copywriter, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. How's striving going? Striving's going good. I'm just practicing a little bit of execution stuff. Air dash back JH into a close slash 2H. And we're just trying to up my execution for this. You know, guys, I think if it's too high and I recognize that's going to be too high, we should have a contingency. Like, okay, something like that. Or just loop into it, a 5, another 2D, and then try something else. There you go. Yeah, Orthosis, yeah, that's right. I grew up on StarCraft. If 2 was going strong, I'd probably still be playing that instead of fighting games. I really like RTSs. In fact, especially Blizzard RTSs, I really like them. I like them so much that it's actually one of my bedtime habits to watch Warcraft 3 before I go to bed. So I watch Grubby Warcraft 3, and like literally, if he's got a match uploaded on YouTube, I watch that and I fall asleep. It's like my comfort thing. It's awesome. That was too high, right? So we have to do a contingency plan. So air dash back to H. A little bit tough to do. I can relate. Yeah, it's so nice. Like it's to the point where I'm like, maybe I should be streaming Warcraft 3, but perhaps watching and being interested in other games other than Guilty Gear and fighting games. Like maybe I should just leave it alone. Leave my interest of Warcraft 3 alone and not stream it, because like perhaps it's like my getaway from fighting games, and that's what's making me sane about playing playing fighting games, right? Maybe that's why I don't take things too seriously for the most part. Whereas I think other, you know, I don't watch I don't watch Guilty Gear Strive matches, by the way. Like Guilty Gear Strive makes me fall asleep, like the watching matches for different reasons. Actually, that's not true. I mean, I do fall asleep while watching matches, but like, it's not because they're boring. I don't know what it is. Because I'll fall asleep in plus R matches, and I'll fall asleep in like Xrd matches too. I think it's because when I watch matches, I just want to get in there. And if I'm not, then I'm like, what's the point? What's the point of watching? I just want to play games, basically. One of the reasons why I don't commentate anymore is because I've been asked to do commentary, and people are like, you know, people have been inviting me to do commentary, but I just say no. Not because I'm afraid of doing commentary or anything weird like that. Well, first of all, I say and a little bit too much. I'm very critical of my own commentary, but the biggest thing is like, whenever I do commentary in a tournament, I'm like, I ask myself, why don't I just play in this tournament? Why am I not playing in this tournament? I should be there in top 8 right now. This is in plus R, by the way. It's like, I'm sick and tired of you guys asking me to commentate because I should be spending my time up there playing top 8 with everybody else. I want that glory. So I declined a lot of plus R invitations to do commentary because I wanted to play. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't watch a lot of Guilty Gear. It's because I just want to hop into ranked probably if I see like Paluna play. I'm like, I want to get there too. And then when I'm lying in bed trying to go to sleep, that's like the last thing I want to be thinking about. Hopping back onto ranked, you know? And then so that's why I watch Warcraft 3 before going to bed. I always sucked at the game. And it's like nice to project myself into a professional player like Grubby, watch him play, and like I don't have the game installed, so I can't like I'm not inspired to get up and just play the game, you know. Gaming copywriter says, I used to have a friend who was casting StarCraft 2 tournaments. Proceeds, exit Bruce shoves one of the players and gets in. Oh man, yeah, basically, yeah, get out of there, let me in. Like that was like the pinnacle of backseat gaming and commentary, backseat commentary. Maybe you should play Yakuza. Maybe. I mean, I do play games outside of Guilty Gear. That are off stream. Like I played Resident Evil 9. I really like that. Me and my wife played that. We played it. It was actually just me, but she watched me play it, which was like, you know, we'll accept that as a you know, I'll accept it anyway, as she played it with me, because you know some games are too scary for people to play, and they have fun watching other people play the scary games. Is there a low route for this? You see, that's the thing. There isn't. There isn't a good one. But with that said, let me show you something else. The low route isn't as effective, unfortunately, in terms of like damage and reversal protection. So the low route literally just loops into itself, right? So you can do like this. Yo, Chris F_22, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm just showing this mix up here. I'm demonstrating the low route. Chris F_22, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate the raid. And yo, Unicourt and JT Sparks, thanks so much for the follow. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. For those who don't know, my name's Nagai. I'm a Guilty Gear player. I say I play pretty casually, but I'm a Vanquisher. Corpse, and thank you so much for the follow. How's it going? And I play Dizzy. Do you guys play Dizzy? Do you guys like Guilty Gear Strive 2.0? Yo, Chris F, how's it going? Hope you're doing. How's your stream? Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. If you play Dizzy, then you're in for a treat because that's all I do. Let me show you guys one thing. Yo, Chris, thank you so much. You have a good day. Don't feel obligated to stick around, of course. If you got stuff to do, feel free to, feel free to head out if you like. Actually, before, yo, sorry, who is that? Goldwyn? Let me show the high route for everyone who is here. Guys, do you know you can kill with Dizzy with just 35% meter? If you hit him with this overhead, for example, it's my pleasure. Have a good one. It's past midnight here. Fair enough. Sounds good, my friend. Thank you so much. You get good rest, my friend. And apparently you're the best Johnny. So I appreciate it. Yo, the best Johnny, the best jellyfish pirate, gracing me. I appreciate it, my friend. All right, but check this out. You can kill with a simple overhead, quote unquote simple overhead. There we go. Look at that. This looks like maybe a character specific thing, right? But no. If you have just 35% meter, just 35% meter, you hit him with a close slash 2S. Oopsies, did I maybe I didn't record that? Hit him with the close slash 2S. All right, I didn't record that, so let's just record it again. You guys saw it though. See if I can do it again. Shit! I wish Street Fighter 6 content creator learning striving Johnny. I bet you will be the strongest Johnny. Street Fighter's got a lot of, it teaches you a lot of good fundamentals. And so does Guilty Gear. Well, I mean Guilty Gear in general, not just Strive. But yeah, hell yeah, Johnny's a cool character. But let me try to demonstrate this again. Yo, this mix is dirty. Yeah, go for the overhead. Someone asked though, like, okay, I just showed you guys the high. Right, I showed you guys the high. There you go, there it is. There we go. There's the recording. It kills in one mix-up, right? The overhead, you smack him with the overhead, and then you can kill him, basically. So someone said, what about the low? What about the low? The low, unfortunately, you know, maybe Chris F, you're more familiar with this. Looping setups, right? The low doesn't do a whole lot, except it loops into itself. It just loops into itself. Oh, Chris, before you go, are you from Toronto? I just read your bio. I'm not from Toronto, unfortunately, but I do represent, oh, there we go. I do really like the Blue Jays. I'm from West Coast Canada, and at the moment, our only team is the Blue Jays from Toronto. So actually, a couple weeks ago, when this patch dropped, I was in Toronto. I was watching a Blue Jays game, Blue Jays versus the Dodgers, because obviously, as an Asian person who likes baseball, I am obligated to really like Otani, you know. But we also have Kaz Okamoto. Hell yeah! But I wanted to watch the game. Unfortunately, I only watched game one, which is the Blue Jays getting so smoked. And I wish I was there for game three. But anyway, I'm not from Toronto. I've only been there once, actually, which was 2 weeks ago. And I plan on going again with my wife. And I want to show her a Blue Jays game. Do you know Rick here? I don't know Rick here, sorry. I hardly know West Coast players, to be honest. Like, I know Justin Wong lives in Vancouver right now. But, you know, I've not met him yet. But I do know Air, the Ryu player. I don't know him very well, but back in the day when we played, when I played Guilty Gear AC a whole lot, Air was there playing Street Fighter 4, and then one of our mutual friends, his name is Ray. He kind of dabbled in both Guilty Gear and Street Fighter 4. He was really good at both games and also really good at Marvel vs. Capcom. But didn't really get to meet Justin Wong yet. Although it'll probably happen eventually. Okay, never mind. I have some old 2010 scene guys from Toronto who moved to BC. Oh, okay. Rakir, hey. Do you know old plus art? I do, yes. Taya, who made Milia Blocker, I actually hung out with him 2 weeks ago. We had he let me stay over at his house. Yeah, old plus art players from back in the day. In fact, we played Guilty Gear AC back then. Even before that, it was Guilty Gear Reload. We'd always go to my dorm room and play it because the arcade would close. So arcade would close, and the arcade only had like reload reload with like the damage maxed, and also Guilty Gear Isuka, because the arcade owner thought Isuka was like the definitive competitive version. No, it was reload. But when the arcade closed, we all went to my dorm room and we played Guilty Gear Reload until like 2 a.m. and then they got kicked out. So I played a lot of Reload back then. It was Reload, then Slash came out alongside Hokuto no Ken. Those are exciting times. And then eventually Guilty Gear AC came out, and that was like the definitive version that we stuck with for a very long time. And then Guilty Gear AC Plus R kind of snuck out of nowhere. And I think AC was out for so long, to the point where I'm like, okay, they're not going to make a new version. I'm going to buy the arcade cab. I'm going to buy, like, I'm going to buy Sega Naomi a game board, and I'm going to buy, like, the, like, okay, you guys can't see it, but behind me I have, like, 3 arcade cabs. Let me show you guys real quick. Turn off my green screen here. And one of them has Guilty Gear AC. And I spent like $1,000 getting it because I thought like this is gonna be the version that we are going to play for the rest of our lives. So you guys can see it back there. There's an arcade cab there, Blast City. But then like literally a couple months later, they're like, "Yo, we're gonna roll out a new version of Guilty Gear AC Plus R, or AC Guilty Gear XXAC. It's going to be called AC Plus R. It's going to be awesome. Dizzy's going to be top tier." And I'm like, oh my gosh, I bought this already. I thought it was a definitive version. And unfortunately, the hardware that plays AC Plus R is like Japan only. You can't get it in North America. You have to be locked into the network or whatever. So I'm like, oh crap. That's okay. I got a piece of history. Your Miller's blocker's hilarious. Yeah, that's my buddy Taya, one of the old BC and also Alberta players for Guilty Gear. He plays Milia. Yeah, Tattlecast, how's it going? What's up? Dups Konar, hope you're doing well. Also, I didn't thank Truly and Chris. Thanks for the follow. In fact, hey you guys, if you guys aren't already following Chris, please give Chris a big follow. There you go. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. All right. So there's a high. Okay, I'm gonna just how do you say not dilute it, but simplify it here. So the high is basically from here, 2K2D KH fish, and then you can go for a jump in. So you Street Fighter players, you might recognize this, a jump and empty low, right? So this is a jump and empty low. That's going to be a low, but to match that timing, we're going to do an air dash back JH, right? This is our high. The high is really high on reward, right? You can loop it to itself, right? You can do the high, but the low doesn't have good reward, right? But here's the thing, the high isn't good to reversal. So let's change training partners. I'm gonna pick our Ryu. This game's Ryu, Soul Bad Guy, and as you guys know, Ryu has a wake up dragon punch, the Shore Ryuken. So in this game we call it the Volcanic Viper, although everyone calls it wake up TP still. So I'm gonna do a wake up DP here. This is a Ryu. All right, so it's not good against DPs, right? But the high is also very strong in terms of how much damage output it gives you, and it also loops into itself. So the reversal safe option is actually your low, even though it doesn't have as good damage, right? You're gonna hold block the entire time you're jumping down, and if you do it right, you're just gonna block that. You're gonna punish Soul from that block confirm. Another issue with this air dash back JH is that you can do another thing that is that makes you invincible, which is a backdash. And backdashes are very universal, right? So you backdash here, you didn't get punished, but you can backdash here and you can block that JH. Right, bam. Except don't down back block. Just backdash block. Basically you escape. But if you do the empty low, so it blocks the DP, it gets caught, basically the yeah, it gets caught by the 2K2D. So you got your bases covered with the low. So well, I guess what I'm trying to say here is in this particular setup, the high has huge damage output. It's you know, if you count the frames, actually, it's actually a 18 frame high versus an 18 frame low, or it could be a 12 frame low, but you can extend the low a little bit. Anyway, you can. It's an 18 frame mix-up. So what I'm trying to say here, if you count the frames starting at the first frame of visual difference, what do I mean by that? So I'll show it. I'll load it up here, and while I load it up, let me explain. Like again, the high is high damage, the low is not so big damage, but it also covers you from a lot of different reversals. So let me just show you guys real quick here a video I made about the mix-up. Make sure it's not playing sound, or shrink it here for you. Very quick. So if we count the frames starting at the first frame of visual difference, right? So there's where it's right here is where it starts being different, right? You air dash back on the right side and you're gonna do a landing low on the left. So the low, if done as as immediate as possible, hits on frame 12, while the high hits on frame 18. Now that fish projectile leaves the opponent in block stun long enough for you to delay that low and still be gapless. So I demonstrated a little bit. So I'm in the way. I'll do it right here. So again, on the 0th frame, first frame of visual difference, you start counting, and bam. So you can time the high and the low. So just for a moment, ignore how the health bar drains. There's a weird kind of glitch, that visual glitch that happens, but this is actually happening on frame 18. So you can match the timing of the high and the low. So in case there's any like naysayers out there being like, this is not a real mix-up, well, I mean, hey, people get mixed up with this overhead, right? They dash up, they get hit by a 5D, which is a 20 frame mix-up, or 20 frame button. You can see the attack start up right here, 20 frames, right? So if people are getting hit with a 20 frame overhead in this game, people are surely going to get hit by this kind of like air dash back JH versus empty low mix-up, right? So anyway, the point is the low is pretty weak. You can do more damage with it if you have meter, right? Go into itself, maybe activate some wings. So hopefully that answers your question, Goldwyn. Now I'm cooking up a new thing though. This is not going to be the first time I'm showing it though. This is maybe the second time. But there is a way to capitalize off a high and a low in this situation. So it does require you to do this particular sequence after ice spike. So instant air dash JS or whatever, actually it doesn't have to be, but it has to like end off with a close slash 2H. And to get that from an air dash here, it's gotta be JS. So it's gonna be JS, and I'm gonna do a PS fish. Punch S fish. So it's a punch fish, the air fish, but it like appears behind you. Because any other formation for the P fish will activate its proximity requirement to bite, right? So you don't want it to bite. Yes, Chef Nagai. It's fucking raw. All right, take that back to the kitchen. All right, here's a new recipe right here. So there's your high. This is gonna be your high. So we're still doing the air dash back JH stuff, but it does require some manual timing, right? But I think this manual timing is worth it. Oh my goodness, I didn't record that? No way. Alright, do it one more time. Walk forward a little bit. There we go. Anyway, you saw that, right? So the high here gets augmented. There we go. Beauty. Now that's saved. This high here gets augmented by this fish. Like, this is not a usual high route. Like 2S into Mikhail sword is usually like an ender. You can't usually combo off it because we have that high fish, it can help with that conversion. Now, can you do it again? I turned around for 2 seconds. You know what? Just for you, check this out. No problem. Actually, you know what? I recorded it. Haha. I knew that you're gonna turn around here, JT. I knew it. So I recorded and I played it back. You know, this is me just like, I'm using my mind right now. Telepathy. All right. Anyway, so that's the high. Remember when I said the low is shit? Check this shit out. The low is now not shit. Except you have to delay the low a little bit. Steverus, thank you for that. Yeah, I do like fighting games. Alright, hold up. Get up. Check this out, alright. Jump in, like you're gonna do that mix-up. Oh, and then, you know what? The combo is TK2D Ice Spike. There we go, look at that. Beauty. She's a beaut. And this way, you can make the low strong. But wait, that's not all. The high, remember when I said the high was absolute garbage against reversals? Well, if I did this right on this telepathic recording here, the high here is now a safe jump. There we go. Oh, look at that! Okay, so pretend I blocked that. You can see that I blocked it. You see that you can't block it. Hold on. Let me try it again. Let's actually do it with properly safe jumping it. Did you discover the PS Fish stuff yourself? I mean, I had never seen anyone else do it. I thought about this at work the other day. I'm like, how can I get a strong low? Yeah, I'll show you. I'll tell you my thought process. I needed to find a way to like capitalize off a low, and one way to capitalize off a low with Dizzy is to use the P fish, right? Otherwise, you can't really convert very well off of it. So with that thought in mind, I was thinking about like, what ways can I set a P fish and also get this jump and mix up, right? And then I had this epiphany right here. You're definitely the first person for me. Okay, cool. There you go. So you can safe jump it still. So the high is a safe jump. The low is not in this case. So it's pretty specific, right? Yeah, it has to come from a close dash 2H. Another way to, and like maybe you guys can figure this out for me. Another way to get like a good high and a low is if you had ice field out already. So humor me for just a moment. If you already have ice spike out, and I've been trying to figure this out, I can't quite do it. Right now, in the corner anyway. Actually, it doesn't have to be in the corner. It could be anywhere on the screen. If you have ice field out and you do the same jump and mix up, JH and also landing low is strong. Because like, let me show you. Well, obviously JH is gonna be strong, right? But you're sliding back on your confirm, unfortunately, right? So you don't really get a whole lot, right? But if you just marker dash forward with ice spike, ice field out, you can convert into something meaningful, right? So from the ice field pop, I mean, you don't do that. What you want to do is ice spike again, right? Reset them standing. Same thing with the empty low. So those are two ways that you can make a low extended without using meter. You either have P-fish out ready for the pickup, or you have ice field out. Excuse me, my nose is a little stuffy still. So that got me thinking, how do I place a P-fish on my opponent? Or how do I place ice field out? And give myself enough time to do a jump in. That was the challenge, and the only thing I could come up with is basically what I showed you earlier, which is the 2H, close as 2H here. With P-fish, right? Walk up and then do that. I was thinking maybe, okay, if I can place ice field out somehow, like maybe a flush dash in. This is the idea. A dash in and an ice spike way back there, ice field. If he didn't get hit from the OTG, that would have been probably a good mix-up, a good way to do a jump in. But he got hit. So if there's a way to avoid getting hit with the ice spike, so OTG, that would probably be the way to go. Right? But I don't want that. You can probably delay it a little bit so the OTG doesn't happen. But I don't think so. Like, it have to be like, yeah, I couldn't do it. Genmu, how's it going? Good morning. How's your breakfast? What's for breakfast drink today? Roddy Rocket, how's it going? Who did you play before Dizzy and Strive? I played a lot of different characters. My strongest was Ram when she first came out, and then I played Testament, I played Bridget, I played some Ava. I did do a challenge where I hit Celestia with every character. I did that with everybody except the newest DLC characters. So I played almost everybody. But my tournament character, my best tournament character was Ram for sure. And then I got pretty okay with Bridget. I got out of winners pools with Bridget. Winners pools with Bridget, but I didn't. I got immediately destroyed by Happy Chaos and then a Kai. DBC Loop, what's up? All right. So, yeah. Anyway, another way to get that P-fish stuff here, Grange, is if you do like a far 2D on with ice spike up. So like from here. So maybe like a micro dash 2D. The key is to just make sure that the P-fish doesn't activate. There. See, that's not good. So it's gotta be like from here. There, something like that. You're learning Ram now? Hell yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, you should. I don't know if she's as good now as she was back in the day, but she was pretty strong back in the day for sure. Woo! All right. All right. So, I just got off on a little tangent. I want to share a bunch of stuff with you guys. So, Grange, I don't know if anyone else has figured out this P-fish stuff. And if nobody else has, then maybe I'm the first. I'd be surprised if I was, although there's a lot of new information out there. So, I won't. You're welcome to call it the Nagai special, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll make a video about it at some point. But there's a good chance, because there's a lot of good labbers for Dizzy, that someone's already noticed it, and I don't want to claim something that someone like. The thing is, you don't really discover anything, I find, when you're looking for tech. It's like when a character just comes out, right? One of the first things you see on Twitter is a safe jump. How cringe is it when someone's like, I discovered a safe jump, right? Or, you know, this is my setup because it's my safe jump, right? So I don't know if everyone can relate to me when I see that. I'm like, when I see it, I'm like, oh my goodness. You know, I don't know. It's pretty cringe to me. I mean, I'll post safe jumps, but I won't say it's like my thing, you know. But there are I don't know if anyone actually says that, but like hypothetically, if someone does say that, right? Isn't that a little bit cringe? I don't know. So for me to like say this is my setup, this is the thing I discovered. I don't know if anyone else has discovered it, right? So I don't want to be equally cringe to somebody. Just give me one sec. I just noticed that there's no sound coming out of my game. I just gotta fix it for just a sec here. My screen might kind of flip out. I'm gonna mute for just a moment so you guys don't hear it. But just give me one sec here, and then you guys can have game sound. One moment. All right, hopefully that didn't burst your eardrums. Give me one moment here. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good day. How's it going, everyone? No work today, but my Blue Jays get to work today. They play at 10. So if my stream ends up disconnecting around 10, I'll probably be watching a little bit of Blue Jays. I'm also taking care of one of my friend's cats, so I have to drive over to his house to like check up on him, clean up his litter box, feed him, and then he's been my my baseball buddy actually. So when there's a baseball game, I go over there, keep him company. His name is Bruce Lee. So me and Bruce, we just kind of chill out, watch some baseball. He gets a little bit scared whenever Okamoto gets a good hit or home run. I'm like, yeah, let's go Okamoto. And the cat is like, woo, meow, walks away. But then he just curls right back on me. It's cool big chonker. Maybe I'll take a picture of Bruce Lee next time and show you guys. Oh yeah, anyway, 2K2D. We've been practicing this, or trying to anyway. Getting the execution of this JH scenario. And just trying to get good with it. One of my goals of today is landing this in an actual match. And it is proving to be quite difficult to do. There we go. There, that's gonna kill. Yukata! Dreams, how's it going? Video of Dizzy's matchup against every character. When daddy? That's gonna be a tough one, unfortunately. That's gonna be after the guide, like how to play Dizzy guide. So what I plan on doing is eventually making a guide talking about neutral, not getting too into it, talking about, you know, combos and setups, and I want to make it complete, and I don't want to rush it either. I want to make sure it's something that I'm proud of pushing out. You know, it's not going to be just a chopped up stream VOD. I mean, trying to teach you guys how to play Dizzy. I want to make sure it's good, you know? And also, I want to make sure I'm playing Dizzy too. I don't want to just make the guide right now without having too much experience in 2.0. I want to be kind of well experienced before I before I finish the guide. I can start working out right now. But a matchup against every character, that could be content for after that. I'm super looking forward to it. Yo, Pulu, how's it going? What's up? Getting back into driving and I need help, but without wall assault? Yes. We have a lot of cool things that you can do. I feel like you'd be the perfect person for the Dizzy guide, Nick. Oh, thanks, Gronge. I'm happy someone thinks that. I'm not at the moment. I don't feel like the person just yet because I haven't played as much games. So one of the goals for today is to play a bunch of ranked games and just get used to it, because I don't want to show you guys something that I think is good but haven't really tried it myself, you know what I mean? So that's why I like tips and tricks videos, because tips and tricks videos are like, you know, you can try it, it's really cool and really neat, but does it actually work for like new tech anyway? A lot of tips and tricks videos I make are practical. Like, I want to make sure I do it with the intention of for you to be able to use it viably, you know. I want to make sure that these aren't just things that are, you know, I want to make sure like they are usable for everybody, right? So while it's like, you know, tech videos, those aren't always viable, right? They're just kind of cool things that you can try to kind of spice out your game. Anyway. Yo. Oh, Dizzy. It's called Dizzy. I don't know what the tips one is. That's my old Evernote. I'm gonna click on that. What is the tips? I think it's like Evernote Lite. Oh, tips for New Testament players. That was like way back in season 2. Star Princess, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. What's up? All right. Anyway, I think we are good. I think we're good. I gotta like hop onto ranked. Oh, you want to see my Testament stuff? Let's see what I came up with before. I'm gonna hop onto ranked before my internet dies. All right. Be careful. My screen might blind you for just a moment. All right, tips for New Testament players. All right, you listening here, Genmu? These are my tips. When possible, end combos off by applying stain state. Are you doing that yet? Don't be afraid to move forward and stand your ground. These are like actual like commandments. These are like the 10 commandments for the New Testament players. All right, ready for this? During a block string, try not to get hit. Sorry, excuse me. During a block string, try not to get into the habit of always sending Crow immediately after Grave Reaper. All right, that's a bad habit. Start with combos / setups that protect you from those wake up reversals. Once you establish that, expand on that repertoire. All right. The slap shot or melee part of Grave Reaper can negate a lot of pesky projectiles. Anything else? All right. I hope you're doing this, Genmu. And if you're not, you might consider picking up a tip or trick here to advance your play. I'm joking. I'm sure you're. I can't believe I wrote that. This is back in the day. The slap shot part, because I'm Canadian. You know, when Testament does Corsical forward S, it looks like he's going in for like a nice big slap shot, especially if you charge it. Anyway, you want me to copy that for you guys? I'm closing that. It's hurting my head. The brightness of it. You could say it's the Testament. That's true. The Old Testament, the New Testament. 707 FGC, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, my friend. And Deyome. Thank you so much for the follow. Lexi in the dark. I tried Dizzy for a bit. What do you think? I need a Dizzy starter guide. Oh. I'm working on one right now, but it won't come out until a little while for 2.0. Let's start off with West Coast. It won't be coming out for a while, simply because I want to make sure I do it right. Dizzy used to PMO so bad when I was newer. PMO? What's that? Pretty much overpowered? Pretty much obsolete? I'm not gonna lie, I'm really picking up Dizzy because it feels like Dizzy to Justice, yeah. This is like I forget what are the notations, but these are like the nukes, right? Punch and kick nuke. Oh, pretty much overpowered. Haven't heard that one. Oh wait, no. Piss me off. Oh, I see. Pretty much overpowered. That's me. PMO. I've never heard that before. How you can tell I'm a boomer? I'm an old guy without me telling you I'm old. What's PMO? It sounds like a... You know what? It sounds like a Metal Gear Solid 4 thing. Like a private military organization. Honestly, that's what I thought of it. I thought at first. Which PMO are you from? Praying Mantis. Kerbal, how's it going? What's up? Alright. Oh, PMC, I see. Yes, you're right. Private military company. PMO? Was it PMO? I think it's PMC. War has changed. War has changed. There's like at least 2 other games that said war has changed around that time. I finished Metal Gear Solid 4 on YouTube. My favorite gaming platform at the time. I just watched someone play because I didn't have a PS4 or a PS3 at a time, so I just watched someone play it. Eventually I did play it myself though. I went over to my buddy's house after finishing my final exams, and then I finished Metal Gear Solid 4. War has changed. They haven't remastered that game yet. I think it's like hard locked on PS3. Metal Gear Solid has been one of those franchises that I've always come back to. It's so funny. Like I don't like Metal Gear, the game. Like the gameplay is really boring to me, but I just keep coming back to it because, like, I don't know. I guess once I get into it, I really get into like its story. But honestly, the game's kind of boring. You know, sneaking around. You're not running, gunning anyone. But I keep playing it. Snake Eater, yeah, it's boring, but the story's exactly. The story carries it. You know who else carries it? David Hayter. So like when he wasn't in Metal Gear Solid 5, I mean it makes sense if you finish the game, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Anyway, the fact that he wasn't in there kind of turned me off, but I still played it anyway because like it was such a it became a little bit of a fun game in the end. It was good, yeah. So it's like one of these game franchises that I just like I play it more than any other game franchise. I've never played all of Resident Evil. I never played all of Final Fantasy, and my wedding was Final Fantasy themed, right? And you know, Resident Evil 2, I really like that game. I think Resident Evil is my favorite game franchise outside of Guilty Gear. But I just keep playing Metal Gear Solid for some reason. Blew my mind when I found out Kojima never wanted him for that role, but I agree with it. Makes sense. Yeah. If you played the game, yeah, I guess it makes sense. I mean, if you haven't played the game yet and what we're saying is like, what is he talking about? I'm not gonna spoil it, but I kind of did by saying that. So all right, so clearly no one's in West Coast. Yeah, Resident Evil is really nice. Really good game. Started off with Resident Evil 2, and since then, for female protagonists, Claire Redfield has always been the GOAT for me. For lady protagonist. Jay, how's it going? What's up? Did I say female protagonist? I can't believe I said that. Female protagonist. Oh, gross. Anyway, for lady protagonist, for lady protagonist, she's my favorite. The GOAT. We're gonna practice this. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're not locked into Wi-Fi though. That's my standard. I'm okay with like 200 ms, but no Wi-Fi. I caught that you tried it, but I realized there was no no way to acknowledge it. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Alexi. Oh, here we go. No, same thing. Dreams Traveler. I just completed Fire Emblem Fates Conquest today. Yesterday. I have wanted to play Fates for a decade, but I didn't have the chance or time to. Now I have, and it was just perfect. You know, I still haven't finished Fire Emblem Awakening, even though I retweet so much Lucina art. There we go. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna lock in here. I'm playing against a May, so this could end poorly. But yeah. All right, ranked matches. So I'm gonna focus. Let us focus on the dash block. Is Vi here? Vi, how's it going? What's up? As I said, I was gonna focus. Oh shit. Oh boy. Oh, what the? That was weird. So I got the fish hit stop kind of messed me up. Okay. I mashed there. No problem. Oh boy. Okay, that was messy. The fish and the dolphin, or the fish and the whale situation kind of messed me up a bit. Actually, it messed it up a lot. Try salvage this. Okay. Just dash block. Watch the meter. Burst is coming back right now. Okay, we got a masher here. Yeah, I am with ice. Betrayed me. This is not the easiest matchup. It's okay. we're okay here. Alright, that should kill. Oh. Okay. Let's go. I'm still getting that super is just smoking me. I'm learning though. I'm learning. I didn't realize it hit from behind too. So what should I have done instead for a big combo? I guess wait and then close slash 2H. Or heavy Mikhail sword. If I just got over being sick. I hope yeah. Hope you continue to be good. Sir Flaming Ghost, what's up? Many players in mashing go hand in hand. Yeah, I've noticed that. Like, if they block my fish and I go for air dash back thing, I can't trick them. I can't like knowledge check them. They always mash. They're either like geniuses, every single one of them, or they're very likely to mash. Are you normally a Queen Dizzy player? Yes. Yes, I am. Which super, the cinematic or the reversal? Oh, the reversal. Ooh, definitely not. Queen Dizzy is my character. I played other characters before. Like I was a Bridget. I played a lot of Bridget. And excuse me, a lot of Ramathal. A lot of Testament. Excuse me, stop doing good, just vibing. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. Vibing as well, practicing my execution. Oopsies. How tight is that micro dash timing? Pretty tight. It's like a 1 or 2 frame timing. Maybe at 2 or 3 frame, depending on the height of your little air dash. There we go. Thank you, Grangi, for that. Oh. Mei is not the easiest character to play with a little bit of lag because she has a lot of things that she just pushes out. Like puts out a neutral that that are already hard to react to, and even more so difficult to deal with if you know, if you can't react it. Merchix, what's up? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, excuse me. We seem to have got stuck. I might throw in some ads in just a bit here, just so that we can disable pre-roll. You know what, while we do that, let's pause matchmaking for a bit. Matchmaking info. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'm just gonna continue to practice execution. I promise I will play more ranked though. Ranked will happen. Yo, who's Ann? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, they do need a countdown for that issue, the one where we get stuck. Alright, I'm gonna throw on ads right now. I do have a YouTube if you guys want to continue to watch. I shouldn't say that because I'm sure if... yeah, Twitch doesn't like that. If I just say, hey, if you want to bypass the ads, go look to that YouTube. But I'm gonna run some ads right now. So we just disable pre-roll for anyone who raids, and in the meantime I'll practice one thing, which is a 2K2D K-Fish and then air dash back JH. There's one more thing I do want to test out, but we'll do that maybe after the ads, and then we'll do some more ranked. All right, BRB, ads are rolling right now. All right, guys, talk shit about everyone who's no, I'm joking. But there is one thing that I forgot to kind of explore. Well, if Twitch doesn't like us, give us the ability to better control it. Yeah, exactly. One thing that I forgot to explore is a negative comment. I'll do the close slash here, right? Yo, Coke Milk TV, how's it going? What's up? I haven't had Coke and milk at the same time in a long time. I remember my East Indian friend, his family like enjoyed Coke and milk for some reason. Like that was like a beverage of choice around the dinner table. Alright, so there's that, the close S2H. I never had it since, but I have had milk soda, which is really good actually. Okay, so what about this air dash bag JH thing here from JK? So this should be more consistent, right? But sometimes it misses and sometimes it doesn't still. So what do we do to make it more consistent? Mergix, so I've always loved its music too. Coca-Cola? Oh, a homie of mine likes Coca-Cola float from One Piece, and it had chocolate ice cream. Oh yeah, you know what? That Coke floats are pretty good. Like I can get behind a Coke float. So I guess milk and soda is basically like a Coke float, Coca-Cola float, without like the big big ice cream chunk in the middle, right? That slows down your consuming process if you have like a straw that's too small. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, Lex in the Dark. The best float is melon soda float. I agree 110%. That's my favorite. It's so like I like it so much that I saw an ad for McDonald's, Japan McDonald's one time, and it was the McMelon float. I'm like, damn, you can get that in McDonald's in Japan? Soft served ice cream with melon soda. That sounds amazing. So all these people go to Japan and they go to Ichiran and all these restaurants that are advertised on social media. And here I am like, yo, give me that McMelon float. And it made me think, why don't we do that here in Canada? Here we go. So why isn't this working sometimes? I can't quite figure out why this works and why it doesn't work. Is it the height of my air dash back, maybe? Maybe it's got to be like a really low one. I'll do a really high one right here. So that pushed them back a bit, which is, I feel like that's what I want, right? Okay, you know what? I need to push them towards me. I think that's the key, but it seemed to work whether it's towards me or not. Oh, okay, there we go. So we don't want the J... I don't think we want the KH fish. We just want a K fish. I see. It's a pretty greedy thing to go for. Because I think there's a big gap, right? After blocking the initial fish and the JK. Yeah, there's a pretty big gap. I wonder if they can... They can't really 5P. Okay, this is something that maybe we want to be doing more. Have you had soda with coffee creamer? I have not. The Real Arctics, how's it going? Says, isn't JH better for the cross-up? Less pushback? Well, the JH, like, you have to wait for the the air dash back to complete, right? Maybe. And JK comes out on 7 frames while JH comes out on 12 frames. I think JH is better if you stayed in front of them and you do an immediate air dash back JH. But immediate air dash back JH here doesn't quite, you know, doesn't auto turn around, right? For the cross ups, and you want to do a JK, you want to make sure you complete your air dash back so that you turn around. Otherwise you won't turn around. With the exception of super jumps. All right, so let me super jumps automatically turn you around as soon as you cross them over, right? So if I super jump right here, air dash back JH. Okay, that's better, yes, but you need a setup that gives you enough frames to do a super jump. 2 gay rats. How's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. You didn't know that? All right. Kind of I guess an older Guilty Gear thing. 2 gay rats. Thank you so much for the follow. Hope you do well, my friend. All right. Well then, let me check it. Let me show you guys this setup. You guys are gonna love this then. So we're gonna do a PS fish, and then we're going to OTG with close slash, and then super jump. Check this out. And it's going to be a 2K2D. There it is. You get this. You can still micro dash forward here. It's a little bit trickier. Super jump. Okay, that was a very high super jump. Very high hit on the JH, but it all connected. So you can do that if you want. It is trickier to get that low air dash because you are, like, you can't see the ground, right? You have to kind of feel it out. There it is. And then you can loop it as long as you have room in front of you. Whatever. You get the idea. I will tell you though that there is a flaw in it. Between the fish bite and them getting up, I think it's an attack interval of like 6 or maybe 7. So they can technically mash out of it. Like some characters can 6P this, right? Okay, apparently I did it perfectly, so maybe it isn't as bad as I thought. There's a little bit of gap there. So like I said, there's something that your opponent can do. But here's the thing. If the thing they do is up back, it's like, oh, I'm just going to up back this setup, so I'm going to block the JH in the air. Check that out. They have to interact with that JH on the ground. Right? So they still have to do a down back block or a back block when you hit the ground. Pretty cute. So that one is a little bit more loose. So the second part of that I could have mashed. Apparently I did it perfectly. So, but I feel like there's characters that can mash out of this. Anyway. Can you make it same? So there you go. So like there's a flaw in there somewhere, right? Can you make it same side? Probably. You can probably air dash back. Actually, is this same side at all? I'm gonna just hold back. So it doesn't. I held right. I held right and I blocked it. I'm gonna hold left. Okay, so it is a same side. This in itself is a same side mix-up. So if they see you super jump and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna block this cross up, and they get hit. All right. So then the question is, where's the cross up? Okay, so let's figure out a cross up part. Let's figure out the cross up. So it'll be like super jump and then air dash back JH. Oopsies, we want the FD break maybe? Maybe. Well, let's air dash back first. Wait. That's the same side. We want the cross up. So we want to air dash forward. something like that, maybe. So, okay, there's a cross up. Did it convert? So I'm holding back. Okay, I'm sure you can convert that. Did I do a full air dash or did I cancel it? No, I canceled it. Okay. Maybe, I don't know. The cross up, I mean, the point is, the cross up isn't the mix up to begin with. Anyway, it's the high-low, but I'm sure we can make it into a cross up. The cross up is just the red herring. Anyway, what was I showing? Oh, right. So if we do this, air dash back JK can now be easily converted into close dash 2H. That's pretty cool. This is a 2.0 thing. And that should be universal because of all the hit stop, all the whatchamacallit, the standardizations of characters' hurt boxes. Alright, back to games. Let's do this. Let's try to get Ignis. Vanquisher Ignis. I've come up with a new recipe. Noctis. Get over here, Noctis. Noctis. Stop being such a... I don't know what Ignis says. All I know is that Ignis says, I've come up with a new recipe. We're gonna go for the Ignis though. Vanquisher Ignis, which is 1600. I think that's like the new cutoff point for top 50. So that tells us that either Dizzy is stronger or everyone else is weaker. Or both. The new cutoff, the old cutoff point for top 50 Dizzy was was it like 1500? So we gotta get to 1600 and beyond. Pork nos los dos? What's that? Yeah, first rank season was like 1530 exactly. Top 50 is rough for Johnny with a minimum of 1700. Fair. I think this patch has benefited your playstyle a lot, Mega. I think so too. Oh, Ungrungus, sorry, you asked a question. I have a question in regards to performing Okizeme with Icefield. What's up? Yeah, this patch, this is my patch. Like, I don't know if Arxis, the dev team, was like, yo, check out this Vietnamese player who calls himself Nagai. Check out his videos. I think maybe we can take a few things out of this. Like, literally, a lot of the things that I had issues with have been addressed. And, like, they're very specific issues. Like, you know, 5P, not OTGing everyone in the corner. Giving Dizzy DLC cosmetics. And, like, giving a better air-to-ground... but giving Dizzy a better air-to-ground button. Hey, do you think... You know, I've been asked so much before 2.0 about what I want for Dizzy. Like, and they're like new random names. I didn't recognize these names on in chat. Maybe that was a dev team. It's like, what would you like? Like, what's your wish list? And it's always... For me, it's always like modest things, like, oh, just better air-to-ground normals. That'd be nice. You know? It's funny. I doubt it. I highly doubt that that's what happened there. But one can dream. Should have said everything, maintain the agenda. Say, while you're at it, make 2S a vacuuming hit. Give her a double air dash. Maybe that's why they listen to me. They're like, yo, the guy is the only person who's not wishing for a double air dash. Let's give him what he's asking for. That would blow my mind if that was the case. Yeah, I don't think that was the case. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. They don't listen to us, right? Maybe they do. Maybe they do. I am part of ArcSys creators. Maybe they do listen to me. A voice has been heard. Oh boy. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh boy. I messed up. I was thinking about it. Alright. Can I kill? I can. Yeah, let's go. The last testament player. One remains. Alright, let's get him. Thoughts and prayers. We still have Genmu, that's right. Alright. So, Genmu might play Dizzy. Genmu did say they might play Dizzy. So. Alright. A little bit messy. Dash forward down. Too bad for no wall slump. Okay. Going in. The last testament. Not the Old Testament, not the New Testament, but the only testament. Oh, I gotta give respect to them though. Respect to them and Genmu for keeping up with Testament. Someone asked me if Testament was a good character to play, like right now, and I told them that it, you know, might not be a bad idea to play Testament right now. It's like they don't know what it was before, right? So if they enter playing Testament with new eyes, maybe it's a good thing. If they didn't know what was good before, then they didn't know what they lost. I don't know. Alright, no worries. Oh my goodness. I no worries. I'm playing like I'm a little lost here, but I think we can get ahead. That was a nice air to air. Get behind them? Or not. Alright, let's go. Farm that burst. Nice 6p. Okay. This dash block. All right. Gotta watch the incinerator dashes. I got him here. Oh. I feel like I could have supered there. Shit. That would have been my chance. Alright, save my burst. Get the pickup. Just gonna wire C. No. Alright, let's go. Can you ask for Dizzy to get a real 2p conversion next? And I got you. I got you. Let me just pull up Daisuke on my phone. I'll ask him to review his patch notes. I'm like, isn't 2p supposed to have less pushback? Daisuke-san? Uncle Daisuke? Eh? I thought I patched that out. He'll tell me. Like, no. No. Yeah. 2p, 2p, 6p in the corner should combo, no matter what. Eh? I gotta do an audit on the patch notes. Thanks, boss. You got it. Eh? Uh-oh. This is the real test. Potemkin. Glue stick Goliath. Goliath online. You got Sim. Goliath on— oh, this stage with this color? You know there's bad intentions here. My Hero, how's it going, man? What's up? Mess it up. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Nice, well done. Yo, Rogue and Reki, how's it going? Rogue Renki _ AA. Hope you're doing well. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. I swear the craziest pot players play with that stage and that color like it's universal across all pots. Ah, it seems like it. Crazy for mashing 2k there. Alright, still tough, but let's try to adapt. Nice 6p. Alright, that's got me. That was a good 6p. Oh man. I definitely... There were some good moments where I could have killed, where I should have killed. Like that turnaround 5H wasn't supposed to be that at all. It's okay. No worries, GG's. Pot's still strong. Pot is still strong. But that's okay. I think we just have to make some adjustments. Oh, I messed up a few good reads though. Wasn't the battle director first Strive a former Potemkin main? Maybe. Who is it? Abigail? Yeah, I went for the low a few times, and I should have went for a high. Yeah. Still a tough cookie. Ulrich, how's it going? What's up? Oh, Katana plays pot. Morning, Ulrich. Hope you're doing well. That counter at JS after hitting the slide hit, did you have time to dash up and get close? Yeah, I did. I just wasn't expecting the counter hit. That's one of the things that I should have capitalized on. And I showed it a little bit too hard after that, right? So then Goliath was really good at watching for it. And he 6-speeded me that one time. So I dug my own grave there. But I was kind of at a loss. I don't know, maybe there's just been so many changes with pot that it's hard to keep track of what's working and what's not. In my mind, I'm like, okay, so apparently slide head is weak against lows, right? Is what I was thinking. So I was swiping low a little bit. But then, I don't know. Maybe I focused too much on that. Anyway. I also messed up a lot of things, like I did something like this, right? I did like a grounded combo with an RC, and then I went behind. I got greedy. I went behind and I tried to do a close slash 6H, but it turned into a 5H. Because I didn't want to break the wall. Oh, that is what it is. A lot of Potemkin players getting rewarded, which is nice, but it'd be nice to see some Potemkin players like take tournaments. You know? Like the ones that I really respect, such as like FAB. I want him to win a tournament or like do very well. But maybe he just doesn't work against like characters like Happy Chaos or something like that. I don't know. Like a true zoner. It's funny that like he can like outzone Dizzy, but can he do anything against Happy Chaos? He can't like flick bullets, right? He should be able to flick bullets. Honestly, I wouldn't mind all the changes and like all the buffs to pot. Just make him like a Happy Chaos hard counter. That'd be sick. Could you imagine that? Like, you just can't shoot pot. He'll just flick it back, you know? That'd be so sick. He can flick bullets? Can anyone do anything versus pot or Happy Chaos? Oh, no Wi-Fi. I've never seen a pot versus Happy Chaos. I don't think I've ever seen that in my entire life. He can? Since when? That's always been a thing? Season 4? What? How does he lose against Happy Chaos? Apparently it was a good matchup for pot last patch? No way. Okay. Can they like... Can they make that even better for pot? That would be like the most ironic thing, right? I would love that. Pot can like... I'd be okay if pot can just manhandle my zoning all the time. If he can just like completely negate Happy Chaos's zoning, I'd be okay with that. I just don't think it's fair that Pot can completely outzone characters like Dizzy and Testament. And he, I don't know, maybe he can't do anything against Happy Chaos, but you guys are telling me he can, so just that Happy Chaos can bait the flick. I see. Okay, this is a lot easier than the JH one. Like, I don't exactly know the conditions of this failing, but it seems that I can connect this a lot easier than the JH. Yeah, so what happened there? Why didn't this work? I pushed my opponent back. Or towards me, rather. I pushed my opponent towards me with the fish. But then I guess I pushed them forward with the air dash back JK. Or air dash back. This should be studied. I should study this, why this is not working. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I'm too far. Like, I need a deeper mic. I need a deeper dash. Because I'm pushing their body too far with my own body. So like, if I just did a micro dash right here and did like a no, that won't work. Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. I gotta be in a little closer, or be a little greedy and dash up more. Or not, what the heck? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Maybe that's not the case? Okay, what? I don't know. Guys, I have no idea how this is working and why it's not working. I just know, like, if I do it right, it'll work. But if I try to do it... I don't know. Who knows? It looks like it's right at the tip, so it might be that sensitive. Won't 5H freeze there? Good point. Ramsey, getting ready for the day? It doesn't look like it, sadly. Dublin Kane? How's it going? Giddy? Giddy? How you doing? What's up? Pushko. I feel like... How's it going, Pushko? I feel like I feel like I had a lot more success dealing with Pot when I started sending fish to block the fireball and playing around that. Oh! Yeah, you know what happened? I set a fish, and then he flicked the fish, turned into his own projectile. But then I got too intimidated. I didn't set fish again. I should do that. In fact, I shouldn't be too afraid of the flick projectile because isn't it worse now? Wi-Fi. If he starts flicking the fish, you can hit with the ice spike. Can you do that? Is it possible S spike against Pot's flick? No. Unless it's a new thing in this patch. Yeah, same with the force field super, the Aegis reflector. Am I the only Dizzy that hates Lucy? No, I don't say I wouldn't say I hate her, but I'm not very good against her. What's a command for flick? Isn't it core circle back slash? What? It's core circle back kick? I'm pretty sure Flick can only flick one thing at a time, so he flicks the fish, you can hit him with the ice recover. Oh. How do I set this up? So I'm an OG Potemkin player. I know Flick has Corsical backslash our hero. Oh, this is pretty leggy. The 150? Yeah. Wait, what? Let's do that. What? How did he flick my projectile? I'll wait a little bit and then hold it. Yeah, it wasn't a half circle. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Alright, I just got outed as being a fake OG Potemkin player. It is half circle back. There we go. Counter, okay. I guess I can like unsummon the fish. I get hit though. Huh. Flick OP. Paluna, how's it going? You can do H McHale sword and try to call him out and starve. That's true too. Get him. That is true. This chestnut blocked the flick. You know what? It didn't before. Oh, what the? Excuse my. Wow. It does? It didn't do that before. Hold up. What? Or did I just what? Oh, that was max range? Oh, I see. Never mind, don't get too excited. Hope you're doing well, Paluna. What's up? Okay, let's okay, so that looked like the ice spike countered it, but in actuality it just dissipates right there. That's pretty good for us. But you know what does? Counter it would be just fish being out. So there you go. But then I guess you just back off now. Yeah. It's not that scary, but I guess maybe you can like throw up another fish or just read it. Like one thing I like to do is JD. So like I do JD just out of range and he tries to flick it and you just get the startup of flick. Right, something like that. I don't really try to hit it up. Yeah, I try to hit the startup of it too. I try to bait and read flick with a heavy McHale sword. Now, what's the best thing to do if you get the heavy McHale sword? Right? Previously it was like I mean what we did before, whether it's optimal or not, was like ice spike, pick up another heavy McHale sword, and then that's it, right? But Is that really like? Can we come up with something in like any better? Oh, here we go. I was thinking of just maybe like a regular freeze. Oh my goodness, a 1700 Nago. All right, we're in for it. We're in for it right now. I'm gonna round start 2S. Okay, it's a good time to do that. Oh shit! I'm such a fool. Alright. Alright. Gotta lock in a little better. Why would I do that? Alright, got one. It's a lot of points. Let's go. Shit. That's okay. All right, let's go. Vanquisher Ignis, let's go! All right, we take a break for now. We are now Ignis. We're coming up with all the new recipes. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? We're going to lab. We're gonna sit on my Ignis ranking for a little bit. Yo, where do I land here, Paluna? Am I like top 50 yet? Let's go! Alright. Where are we? Hold up. Search for me. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Yo, Nom, how's it going? What's up? Yo, Ignis. I'd go to character specific. Where is that? Where is that? We're now Ignis. Don't know. Right tab though, but wrong tab. That doesn't help. You know what? Let us use my My friend's platform rating update. Puddle Farm. I've been supporting this platform for a long time. Alright, so we got the Goat Paluna, of course, at the top. Alright, where are we? Where are we? We're sitting around right here, right? Oh, we're not top 50 yet? No! Come on, you guys are too good. Refresh that. I'm at 1602. I think I'm literally 1599 right now. I think we played yesterday last night, right? My hero, I think I boosted you to 1600. I'm just helping a bro up. Alright, I'm between Korean player, I think that's in Hangul, and this is Yachiyo-san. Just below Mayano top tier though. I should change my name to like a Uma name. Top, like the Oguri cap. The man with the Oguri cap. Alright, let's play some lobby matches. Woo! Alright, yo, I'm feeling really good. 1600. This is the farthest I've ever been with Dizzy. And I feel like, judging how that match went, I feel like I can go farther. I think I lost it. Oh no, I'm sorry, my hero. I gotta flex on the new badge because, you know, just like that, it's gonna go away. Knowing me. Yeah. Vanquisher Ignis coming through, you know. Out of the way, everybody. Ignis Vanquisher. I've come up with a new recipe. Alright, let's play some player matches. Alright, so you know what? I mean, if the power levels were about the same for, like, obviously every character basically got nerfed. Except Dizzy. You know, I guess it makes sense for me to go up. Are there any combo routes where using Gamma Ray is optimal, or is Gamma Ray entirely useless? No, absolutely not. I mean, it's not useless. There are routes that you can use. It's very situational though. For example, Tatoeba. If you do Ice Spike at full screen and you have 100% meter, there's no, like, sometimes, especially if they're near the corner, just blasting Gamma Ray at that time is optimal, right? Rather than running up and doing a close S6H Imperial Ray. Gamma Ray should do more damage. In fact, we should probably look into that. Insert truck backup noises. Beep 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 beep. I had a Pontiac Grand Prix, and we bought it from a Asian family. I think a lady owned it, and whenever you like switched over to the backup mode, it would play like a funny song, like I'm like, and we didn't notice it until like maybe a month of having the car, right? So every time we went back, I was like all of us teenage boys were like, "You guys hear that? What's that sound?" Yeah, it took a month. We're like, "What is that?" Yeah, we're boys, right? We're dumb. Not very observant boys. I was just curious, I've never seen Dizzy use it for real in a tournament or thing. Well, I think the problem is we don't see very many Dizzies in tournaments. As much, anyway. So, it's a very situational thing, but you actually... Okay, so actually, you know what? You almost saw it. TNS when Paluna won. So the TNS that Paluna won with Dizzy, one of the last interactions... oh my gosh. One of the last interactions should have been Ice Spike into Dash Up Gamma Ray, but Paluna just didn't have enough meter for it. So you would have seen it then and there in a tournament. But I will show you what I mean after this match here. Oh my goodness. laggy. New patch leads you to having 100% way more often. That's so nice since super wall break isn't a thing, you know? Yeah! Super wall break, not a thing anymore. Leads you to having 100% way more. And also there's a little bit of a, I wouldn't say it's a shadow buff, but they allowed Dizzy to get more meter. Or, sorry, rather, they allowed her to not donate so much more meter, right? So that's a nice thing. Oh my goodness. Dizzy has been placing 50% win rate on average for both Vanquisher and all ranks for all of 2.0. No way. I've not seen that statistic. That's cool. I mean, I feel it right now. You know, I feel the power. I feel the power of the queen. But let me show you real quick here. Who's asking? Jay? Very quickly. So the real Arctic says, or asks, may I ask you why you don't do ice field often if you freeze them? I used to ice field all the time, to be honest. But I realized that if you're at full screen, you don't get very much mileage off of ice field if you hit them. Sure, you can get like a rolling heavy Mikhail sword, but the setup you get after that, actually, you know what, it's different now. Actually, it's different now. Maybe it's actually okay, but I like the setups I get from here, right? I can fake up a throw. I can set up a nice 2k meaty, and I can also go for a really cool 5D that has a very cute wall stick glitch thing going on there. So I just have more options where I'm under control if I just ice spike with no field. That is just me. So ice spike, no field just gives you more control for the things that I like to do. Now ice spike, ice field, you get a rolling Mikhail sword. You can also like sometimes get an incinerator.js thing going on, but it's not consistent. I mean, if you can get a 2D, this is kind of nice too, but it doesn't always hit. Like, you'd have to be, there we go. That's kind of nice too, because you can set up a nice some setups here. But rolling Mikhail sword is like the only thing that you can do at full screen, right? And it's kind of harder to do now. The setups I have after aren't very consistent. I don't have very much control over what I want to do after a rolling heavy Mikhail sword. Additionally, if you're doing an ice field and you're not hit confirming it, having them block that, like, sure, you have ice field out, but a lot of times they can interact with the ice field right after to get right in your face. I tend to catch a lot of people with like an ice spike here and ice spike here right after, or maybe ice spike and then another ice spike full screen. That is a much better zoning tool than just ice spike and confirming or committing to an ice field, in my opinion. So basically, just regular ice spike without the field gives me more control with Okizeme setups. It also gives me more control over the neutral, because I'm not always thinking about hit confirming or yeah, I guess it is hit confirming into field. That's just me though. Dizzy's hard AF to fight as Johnny now. That MF doesn't counter. Oh, Misfiner doesn't count. Yeah. I mean, I still get my ass blown up by Johnny, so So that's the reason why. Now, as far as optimal ways to use gamma ray, it's like, again, it's a situational thing, and the best way to use it is to end your round, right? So let's just for a moment see how much damage it does raw. Right, ice spike into gamma ray. Alright, so Paluna says, after heavy Mikhail sword on ice sword, you do a little dash up, do cage, fish, and then ice pillar again. The fish will jail them after me. Oh, okay. That's cute. So you got some tricks from Paluna. So this does, let's put up, actually, you know what, let's actually go over that after I do this. Let's display the damage. Damage of player 2. Actually, you know what? Damage for both. So we can see damage information for both. So ice spike, gamma ray. So you snipe him with the ice spike, and you want to end the round, right? With 100% meter. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the most damage you can do off of just getting a raw ice spike. So let's do it on this side now with this 50% meter. Okay, so with a wall break, it does less damage. I mean, it is 50% meter. So gamma ray still does a little bit more damage. Now, a lot of times you might hit him like this, where the back is against the corner. You have 100% meter. Now, I believe this is the most damage you can get off a straight ice spike. All right, let's see here. And yeah, 210 damage. I don't think you can get any more than that. Then maybe there's like a... No, there's no way. There's no way there's a combo that does more damage than that. Because even if you spend your meter for an RC, there's so much gravity scaling that your opponent will just pop off. Or pop out of like an RC pop. Alright. Just like that. Keep in mind that Guts Crush is part of like most important part of the move. Gamma Ray will be doing infinitely more damage than anything else once Guts kick in. That's right, yeah. So like the amount of just pixel damage it does, right? How many hits does it do? One, two, like bam, 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 bam. All those little pixels. Especially if you want to like bring them down to where the wall would kill them, right? That's all little pixel damage, right? Multiple hits. And then there's a big damage portion of it. While Gamma Ray hits like here you go, 8 times. Yeah. So it does like 7 pixels of damage at like max damage scaling, while this will do however many numbers that goes up. So that's a big important thing. So Gamma Ray isn't useless. 42. Yeah. I see Guts makes it even better at closing the run. Exactly. Alright, so Grungy says, since Wings of Light frame kills for certain setups, what are a couple setups you suggest for performing Oki without Wings of Light after Ice Field? Okay, so for example, Tatoeba, if you have Wings of Light already on, here are some setups that you can do. So I'm gonna do... Yo, Prawn, how's it going? What's up? So, hypothetically, just pretend I always have wings on. So you do this setup, for example, right? Wings, and then... Right? And then you want to loop it, but you use Wings of Light here to frame kill, and you don't want to turn off wings, for example. How you doing, bro? I hope you're doing well, man. Alright, so you do it right. So you want to loop this. crap. Something I need to work on actually. Real quick here. I'm doing it a little bit too high. The trick with this is getting the air dash back really low. There we go. And then you want to micro dash forward. Giratina 4G, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness. Obviously I have to work on this. I was practicing it this morning. Not getting it. Igna, how's it going? How's your Bridget? There. Oh boy. Okay, anyway. So you get Wings of Light on. It gives you this particular setup. There it is. But you don't want to turn off Wings of Light. So here's what you do. You can either do a KS or KH fish from here. OTG with close slash. This is like a very easy way of doing it. I prefer KH fish because it pulls you in. Pulls the opponent in. So KH fish here, dash up. There we go. So that's a fun way of doing it. If you want a little bit of a cross up thing, you can super jump. KH fish, super jump. And what's nice about this, by the way, I'll do it one more time. What's really nice about this is that super jump. What's going on here? The super jump automatically turns Dizzy around. Oh, sorry. This is a not KH fish. This is a KS fish. All right. You get that JH overhead here. There we go. And then you can loop it if you want. So if you guys, just in case you guys didn't know, if you jump forward, just a regular jump and air dash back JK, right away, you won't turn around. You have to like finish that air dash back before you turn around. And Dizzy doesn't have any buttons that have like a backwards hitbox. So you can't just immediately air dash back JK, air dash back button. You have to wait. Did you know that if you super jump, you automatically turn around as soon as you cross your opponent? So for instance, like you don't have to wait for the air dash back to fully complete. You're already air dashing back the right way. So you can push a button right away. So sure, that's nice and dandy, old man, but where does that apply in my gameplay? If you did this particular setup, super jump, you automatically turn around and you don't have to wait for that air dash back to recover for you to get that quote-unquote perfect JH. So that's another way to do like the like K-Fish Okizeme without doing Wings of Light as a frame kill. Here's another one. How fast is that JH? JH is 12 frames. 12 frames. Startup. JK is 7 frames. JS is even slower. It's 13 frames. So 12 frame startup move. It's kind of fast for big button, or quote unquote big button. Don't be mistaken. Don't be misled to think that it's 12 frame overhead though. If you compare it to the empty low, like jump in empty low, this JH, air dash back JH, is actually an 18 frame overhead. So, which is still fast. If you have Wings of Light on as well, you can do this. You can do some interesting P-fish setups. So the problem with K-fish setups, right, is that although their high is very strong and effective and does damage and loops into itself, right, even though this is a thing that seems to be really strong nowadays for Dizzy, unfortunately, it's not invulnerable to DPs. I did this in the morning, by the way. I did this a little bit in the morning. Technically reactive, but it's hard. Yeah, I'd say so. It's difficult. So you can DP this. I'll show you I'll show you a mix-up that's not reactable though, Igna, right after this one. You see he's got a very fast 12 frame overhead and with a complementary 12 frame low. So, but before we do that, I want to show you guys that this is not infallible, right? You can DP it from the start. So that's where the low comes in. Oh, and also you can't, it's not just DP-able, but you can also air dash back. So not air dash back, you can backdash it sometimes. Backdashing this is usually the answer, universally. Maybe this particular setup, you can't air dash, you can't backdash it. Alright. Smash backdash with soul. Okay. Alright, so we found something out. You can't backdash it, but typically you can. Typically speaking, you can. So like, that's kind of cool. You can't backdash it sometimes, but what the heck? What's going on here? Okay. What? No, this is not real. You can backdash this. Okay, like that for instance, right? 2K2D. Just use this as an example. 2K2D. Air dash back JH. So you can backdash this, and you can DP it. Hey Chris, how's it going, man? What's up? So then, that's where the low comes in, right? You do 2K2D, KH fish, go for the low. The low is going to be your safe alternative to block that DP and punish it, and also catch that backdash. So even though the low is low reward on hit, it can loop into itself, and it defends against, or it's good against DPs and backdashes. So there's a little bit of a dichotomy. Little bit of that, is that the right word? There's a little bit of like good and bad for both. So Icarus, how's it going? Am I the only one finding it difficult to input S or H during ice fish startup? It seems pretty inconsistent to me. Even in training mode, I often get the default version. Have you got any tips? Yes. So once you input the K or the P fish, core circle back punch or core circle back kick, you want to push and hold the slash or heavy slash button. So don't tap it, just push and hold it. And that will trigger the follow-up. With that said, sometimes you might get ahead of yourself and your fingers might fumble and trip over themselves. Sometimes you get like, you know, a 2K Mikhail sword if you like try to dash up and do a fish summon, right? So just be careful. So like I always like, I mean I still get this a lot, but when I do a dash up fish right after a throw hard knockdown, I sometimes actually very often get a 2K Mikhail sword. But if I thought about like what my inputs were before, like I don't usually mess this up. Previous patch, right? So you basically just do what you did in the previous patch if you played Dizzy then. Just try to do that motion, that dash fish, and then once you get comfortable with that motion, do it like 10 times, add the S or add the heavy. And that seemed to have helped me anyway. So just kind of like revert back to what you were doing before, do it like 10 times, make sure you're doing it right, and then add the slash or heavy slash extensions. All right, so I said that the 2K2D, the 2K2D routes are kind of garbage, right? Not garbage, they're not as effective as the heavy routes or the high routes, unless you use P-Fish. So here's a little discovery I made on my own. Like, I don't know if anyone else has discovered this, but I didn't discuss this with anybody. I thought about this at work, and I'm like, let's try it out. So you can actually get mileage off the low if you use the PS fish from a close slash 2H knockdown with ice field out. A little bit of a mouthful, but let me just show you what I mean. Right here. The key is not having that P fish bite on proximity as they get up. So if I just do a regular P-fish, it's going to do the funny thing where it bites him as he's getting up. We do not want to do that. So we want the PS fish here. And then we're going to combine this particular mix-up. Jump in, air dash back JH for your high, or jump in, empty low. Okay? So that's like the quintessential Guilty Gear mix-up, right? In the old Guilty Gear, it wasn't an air dash back, it was an air dash forward. But that is the quintessential Guilty Gear high-low. So we're going to do everything here. We're going to combine everything. And we're going to come up with something really cool. So walk forward a little bit, air dash back JH. Right here. It is something that you need to manual time a little bit. Right, and then you can do that for your high, for example. So again, interesting thing about this is that it also safe jumps. So down back block. So not a normal conversion off a air dash back JH in, like, I wouldn't say normal conversion. Not usually the ideal conversion, right? Doing a landing 2S into a Mikhail sword. Usually if you do that, you just push your opponent back, you lose your combo, you lose your setup, right? But with that P-fish there, you get that pickup. Really cool, right? All right. I know, Polino, you're already thinking about what the low is. I'm sure. But check this out. The low, I'm sure you're already like thinking about like, oh man, you already know what's going to happen. I know Polino knows what's going to happen here. But if you do the low alternative, get our opponent to stand block here. All of a sudden, now we have a really good thing on the low too. Let me demonstrate. So walk forward and go for the low. Sorry, don't do that. That was an impulse. But you get the idea. Walk forward, bam, bam. And then the world is your oyster. In this case, the world is your ice fish, right? Your low now can be converted into something extremely meaningful, right? So that's the P-fish Oki, right? I thought about it at work. I'm thinking, like, how do we maximize on the low, but also maintain a strong high? And the key was, well, if we have P-fish out, a 2K2D now is a lot more dangerous, depending on how it hits, right? Any other fish, 2K2D, you don't really get a whole lot, right? So the P-fish, this is P-fish Oki. It really helps with your hit confirms. Yeah, hope that helps. You guys can use that. This is my setup. I invented this. Maybe there was someone else who noticed this before, so I'm not going to claim it or anything like that, right? I think it's kind of cringe when people like show a safe jump on YouTube or safe jump on Twitter, and then they're like, oh, I discovered this. There's somebody out there who's probably seen this already. And if not, then you know what? I humbly say it's not mine. It's not mine. You guys can use it. But it's something I thought about at work. The other thing I had thought about at work is that to maximize on a low or high, you require ice field. But I can't quite figure out how I can do an ice field out and go for like a jump in air dash back JH kind of setup. Like I thought about maybe if you did this close enough, like right here. I believe you're the first. There's somebody out there probably. I'm sure there's someone. There's like some pretty intense tech demons out there, right? 2D and then heavy ice spike. I guess I'm one of them. I'm one of the demons for teching. I guess from here you could use meter, but I'd rather not use meter. So again, another way to maximize a low or a high for damage, actually the low, is to have ice field out, which we had setups before that involved wall slump, but there's no more wall slump in this game, so You cannot do that. All right, so that's some P-Fish Oki. Hopefully you guys will use it to for a good cause, and that cause is making Dizzy good. Here's a cool thing about this. Really cool thing. This is also a safe jump. Someone mentioned about a backdash, right? So Icarus says, is there benefit to backdashing the dashing back in the air during the mix-up compared to dashing towards the opponent? Yes. So the jump and air dash back is a low alternative. Sorry, it's a high alternative to what you're supposed to think. Is how you're supposed to block. So normally in any fighting game, if you jump in, you're vulnerable to highs, right? As soon as you drop to the ground, when you drop to the ground, when your opponent drops to the ground, and the quickest thing that they can do to open you up is doing a 2K, right? A landing low. That is like in every single fighting game. Well, maybe not every single one, but that's usually the way you like the usual how do you say, the way things go in fighting games in general, the good ones, right? You jump in, the threat is a high, they land, the threat is a low, right? So how you naturally block this is you track your opponent, right? Your eyes are tracking the opponent, and then you're like, okay, I know just because I understand fighting games that I should be blocking low when they land, right? So that's where like this, and okay, and if they jump in with a high, you're stand blocking that, so you know to block high, for example, right? So you kind of just you visually track, and you just know this is how you should block. So that's why this air dash back JH is kind of good, or air dash back anything rather, right? So there's a landing low, and then there's an air dash back JH, not a falling JH. Not a falling JH. Please don't think this is a mix-up. Like doing this versus doing this, not a mix-up, right? You like if your opponent knows like anything about fighting games, they'll block that. Air dash back JH though, because it's delayed, right? You're expecting this. But if they give you like a little change up like this, air dash back JH, it's delaying that high to the point where you might think it's a low, because it's the same. It should match the same timing of this low if it's good. Which, fortunately, and you guys don't have to do this yourself, it does. I'll show you guys a little video I made here. I measured the high and the low off the first point of visual difference, right? I show this a lot, so I apologize for people who've seen this numerous times, right? So for your viewing pleasure, and I'll just get out of the way here. If you do the jump in, right? At the first point of visual difference, I measure it right here. If you start counting here, the high, actually the low hits at frame 12. Okay, so that might be a problem. But the high is a little bit delayed. I'm gonna get out of the way. Get out of the way! You know what? Easy way. I'll just move my camera. Flip. There you go. The high hits on frame 18. Okay? Bam. But Dizzy is fortunate enough with this setup that the fish will continue to keep the opponent in block stun if you delayed the low a little bit. So again, I delayed the low by like 6 frames. This took me so many recordings, by the way. And you can match the timing of the low and the high. Ignore for a moment the life bar. It's just a little visual glitch, right? You're actually hitting on this frame. If you count the start of 2K to the end, it is hitting on the active frames here. So you can mix your opponent up with this if you choose to do so. The air dash back JH has to be low though. So this is measuring at the lowest height of air dash back JH. You're not always going to get this low, rather this this little air dash back here. But if you did, these are the results. All right. So I got air forwards takes more frames than air dash back. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't even answer your question. Yeah, air dash back is faster than air dash forward. All right. Sorry, I misinterpreted your question, but I hope I answered another question that you may have had. I get the mix up all together, but why not air? But why air dash back? Not okay. Yeah, you have sorry. Yeah, my bad. Air dash forward takes a lot longer. For some reason, everyone is Dante in this game, and they have to do air hike in the air to like do a double jump, right? Only going forward though. They do like the freaking Full Metal Alchemist, you know, or a Doctor Strange sign behind them, and then they can just jump out of it. That takes a few frames, and you can't do actions after because I guess you're doing this as you're jumping forward or hiking forward. While air dash back, you can do an action right away. So, you know, on that topic, yeah, Realicious, how's it going? What's up? I pretend I don't know what MVC3 is. What do you mean, Dante air hike? I mean, it's not MVC3. It's just Devil May Cry in general, right? Whenever Dante does a double jump, he like has a summoning circle underneath him, and he jumps off it. They have that in this game for some reason. Magic. So I talked about the 18 frame high. You can get, and I think I'm going back to Ignis's question. Something about being able to react to this JH, which technically you can. 18 frames, you can react, but people don't react to this. Even at the highest levels, people don't react to standing dust, a 20 frame overhead, right? So I don't think it's unrealistic to say this is alright. I respect JH. Okay, with that said, allow me to introduce you to not the 18 frame overhead, the 12 frame overhead. Now this is something that maybe not as practical. Like you're not gonna loop this, but you might want to use this if you want to kill with one last mix-up or something, right? So from here, you have to do this particular frame kill. We do the JH, right? You can actually do this with JP, but only this setup. Let me show you. So you can convert this with the 5K on the ground. And maybe don't 2D at the end there. Or you can 2D, maybe don't do Mikhail's sword. Excuse me. Sorry. Little harping. I'm sorry. It sounded like I was going to like hurl a hairball. You can do another K fish here, which is attack interval 2. Not bad, but it works. So you can do like an air dash back JP, which is 6 frames quicker than a JH. Therefore, instead of it being a 18 frame overhead, you have now a 12 frame overhead. So there's that. Can probably do super after sweep if you have meat. Oh, right. Let's try that out. Nagayan part cat confirmed. Well, my Twitter is Nagayan cat, which is supposed to be Nagai and cat, like my cat Ducky. But Nagayan cat is my Twitter. It's supposed to be a Twitter account of me like posting cat pics on my adorable fluffy baby named Ducky. All right. Let's do a super here. You can probably do a super after the 5K. There we go. Super, and yeah, I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but if you got the wall there, you might be able to blow them up. Now, this only works for the Wings of Light KH fish setup. It doesn't work for any other ones, unfortunately. So this pushes them back too far. Sound Blasters, how's it going? What's up? Hope you're doing well. I can't get it to work anyway. Maybe, and like even these ones here too. So I can't get it to work. It seems to only work with the Wings of Light setup. This one. It might work with the super jump setup. Oh, it does. Oh, there you go. That's another reason why you might want to consider using that one. There is a flaw in that super jump setup, though. I have to be very transparent with you. The flaw in the super jump setup, and for those who plan on countering Dizzy, I want you to close your eyes right now, and you might even delete this VOD after, because I want to protect our Dizzy family, our Dizzy army. So the problem with this is that if you super jump here, there's a little bit of a gap between them getting up and the fish bite. So sometimes they can 5p it. Try it. Oh, there, they can 5p it, right? I bet Soul can 5k it. Right. Oh, maybe not. But if they up back this for some reason, they block the fish a little high, but then they still have to deal with like the air dash back JH or whatever you want to do on the way down. Can you beat 5p from super jump? That's a good question. Never really I never really explored that. Maybe. I don't think so. No, maybe not. Anyway, that's just a little bit of a flaw, but it's there for you. I'll tell you now, at this point, at this moment, when I did this against some players, they didn't no one's ever mashed it yet, right? So we're deleting this VOD right after, so nobody knows. All right, anyway. Sound Blasters, how's it going? I am fine. And you? I saw your Dizzy stuff. It's pretty cool. Thank you. Yeah. I'm hoping to make a Dizzy guide at some point, although I don't want to rush it. Given that I want to make sure I'm giving out the right advice. And it's going to be set up like, I want to make it a good video too. I want to set it up so that I talk about neutral, I talk about offense and defense. Maybe not that. Definitely neutral. People want to always know about neutral. So the key ones are neutral, combos, and setups, basically. And I'm going to try to make it as clear as possible with like combo IDs and stuff like that. Like make it like not an official Dizzy guide, but something worthy of an official guide. There's a lot of nuances to a lot of setups and combos. Oh, nice. We'll play against another Dizzy. There's a lot of different small nuances. So I want to make it basic at the beginning, but also have more, you know, something at the end to be more, you know, to explain the little details. Looking forward. I need that video yesterday, actually. I'm trying. Well, you know what? In lieu of the lack of video, just, you know, I'm here. I stream like all the time, so feel free to ask questions, and I'm here to like be a resource that's, I would say, better than a guide. You can just ask me questions and we can kind of learn together. Get her? I keep getting 5 feet out of the super jump cross up. Oh no! Nice up back. Okay, what do we got? Jump in throw, let's go. Yeah, 5p is probably the answer to that super jump thing. Not quite getting Wings of Light activated. But we got the close slash 2H. Oh, nice. I like the use of the JH there. I'll review it later. I probably did something wrong. I do think this 5p is the answer though, so I wouldn't sweat it. Maybe don't use that for now. Use it like as a knowledge check against your opponents. Oh my gosh. Do an offensive burst. Ooh, big hit. Well, we'll try to come up with something. 5p loses. I checked. Okay, yeah. Well, 5p loses? So maybe it is good. My range, nice. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna dash cancel. Kara dash cancel chestnut, as the kids call it. I call it fire spirit. The kids call it chestnut. The meme number was 42 before when I was growing up. Now the meme number is 76. Right, 7-6, 7-6. That's what the kids say nowadays. I'm just gonna do a mix-up. Woo! It looks so cool. I should do the other one now. The pea-fish stuff. Yo, Chrysalis, how's it going? What's up? Long time no see. How's Grambler nowadays? Is Grambler good? I stopped playing around the time when they announced Vesusia. Vesusia looks really cool, not gonna lie. Not dead yet, doing alright. I play Grambler versus here and there. Seems pretty good still. Yeah, I really liked Grambler when I played it, but I found that the net, I guess, code for Guilty Gear was just so much better for my internet. So I ended up coming back to Guilty Gear. And plus they announced my character Dizzy, so big combo, let's go. So I had to play. Okay, what's the combo? Nice grab. Totally understandable. I've been playing some more Stride myself, trying to learn Alphalt. I think she's a pretty solid character. Pretty solid character to start off with. There's an answer. It's not that broken. I promise you it's not that broken. The opposing Dizzy was doing the right thing, FDing, but didn't end up pushing buttons after the FD. Alright, GG's my friend. Which is what you're supposed to do if you like push them back too far. The mirror is pretty silly, yeah. It's like there's some pretty quite nuanced projectile wars going on. Oh, it's too laggy. Yo, Technethius says GG ST netcode does seem good, but the Wi-Fi icon in ranked usually means rough spots. The mirror is silly. Hologram Catgirl says, how you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Granblue is much better now since release they have been patching the game. Okay. I hear Fairy, my character, is a lot better now too. My queen, Fairy. She was not very good at the start of Granblue. The thing about Granblue for me was that I tend to play kind of mid-range characters, mid-range zoners, quote unquote. And if I had a bad connection, or if I had a bad like computer day, bad internet day, I just can't play the game. Because you need to always be ready to anti-air your opponent, right? If you're not ready to anti-air your opponent, then they can just get away with the jump-in. Like, you can anti-air 7 jump-ins, right? But the 8th jump-in is gonna kill you. And the 8th jump-in could be from like a leg, right? So, yeah, it's tough. It's rough. It's rough with a bad connection. Oh, I did the thing where I'm... Fair and Dizzy, the man's good taste. Stansel, how's it going, man? What's up? Yeah. I'm gonna destroy your perception of me. Oh, this could elevate it actually. My other character in Granblue was 2B. What do you think about that? Great choice. Although if they had A2, I'd be playing that character instead. Why isn't there an A2 skin for 2B? Like, just keep the same moveset. Keep the same moveset. But just be A2. Right? Damn. Anyway. Both thought the same thing. Woo, let's go. Stats, I hope you're doing well. The fish misinput, yeah. I was even talking about how I don't get that as often anymore. Oh, I probably shouldn't do this. A2 over 2B can't keep winning. Yeah, I know. The greatest character in Nier Automata, A2. B is good though. Like, I like 2B. I like 2B, but like once you know about A2, there's no going back. But then she cuts her hair. I mean, her short hair A2 looks good, but I like long hair A2. I don't know if that says something negative about me, but it's just the way it is. I prefer A2 over 2B. Actually, she was more in line with my personality. Yeah, A2 gang. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got so upset with that haircut. Yeah, me too. I think both versions of her are really good though. Nice 6p. I think that's a 6p. Hologram Catgirl says 2B is better. I mean, it's all preference, right? Oh, you shouldn't be able to backdash that. Okay, now I know. Let's just walk back a little bit. Alright. A2 has Berserk mode, 2B just blows herself up. Oh. Watch the burst. I'll go for a throw. Should I go for another one? There we go. Yo, Zora, how's it going? GG's, by the way, gotta learn how Fire Spirit looks so sick. Yeah, it's pretty helpful. Although, it can be like a double-edged sword. Sometimes if you do it too often, you just blow yourself up. Like, you accidentally, by blowing yourself up, I mean, like, you accidentally, nice 6p, you accidentally just dash macro without doing the fire spear. Ouch! Nice. Was getting mixed, but love to see Disney players. Oh, yeah, it was good to see you too. Good to play you. I always like playing against other Disney players to get ideas, you know? Yeah, she kinda has aura to run up parry. Catflop 21, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, getting blown up. Throw. Get her. No. I had to try. Lexi says there are more differences, reasons why I love A2, but I'll hold my tongue for now. You can enjoy hologram. You can enjoy 2B hologram Catgirl. Funny thing is, like, if I'm trying to sell Nier Automata to my friends, like, you don't talk about A2, right? I talk about 2B because she's like the poster girl of that game. So I messed up. I was trying to tell my buddy Taya how cool Nier Automata was, but like, I don't know, I was just memeing like, oh, 2B, 2 booty, you should play this game, etc., right? So you got the wrong idea that 2B was my favorite character, when in fact it was actually A2. I just wanted him to play the game, right? So for my wedding, he bought me like this big ass 2B poster, and I failed him as a friend to tell him I actually like A2. Oh shit. What happened? That was gonna look good for me. Alright. Rezi, how's it going, man? Strive servers? But anyway. I told him afterwards, so I'm like, you know, I like A2. And okay, when he gave me that present, my wedding present, 2B had just got released as a DLC character in Soul Calibur. Or rather, she was announced. So he was extra excited to tell me and to show me my wedding gift. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry there, Paul. I'm sorry, Taya, it's actually A2. I had to be a friend. You just got booted? Yeah, me too. I'm willing to play more or play again if you want. Did maybe your whatchamacallit, maybe the Strive servers didn't like that gamma ray. Something like that happened to me before. I really like the Nier Automata anime. Me too. The Nier Automata anime was actually like, it was really good. Of course, the first good Dizzy I found. Oh, I take that as a big compliment. You'll find many good Dizzy players. If you want to play more, let me know, man. I could say the same. Of course, the only good jam player I played. There's a lot of different jam players of varying levels, but I feel like your jam, I couldn't just do the same thing over and over. Your jam did things, the things I didn't see. I bought the soundtrack for Kill la Kill because I loved it. My friend knew I loved it and bought it for me for my birthday, not knowing I'd already bought it. Tragic. You know what? Same thing happened kind of to me too. I go to Japan very often and I bring home music boxes. So I buy all the Nier Automata music boxes, right? And then my friend who went to the Nier Automata concert knew I liked Nier Automata, right? So he bought me a music box, but I already had it. Oh shit. No, I could probably safely ice spike here, right? There's nothing really she can do. I should have done heavy Mikhail's sword. There you go. Lexi says, I confess, I sometimes play Nier Automata music when I do fighting games just because they zone out. Yeah. But that, the Gremlin Versus one? Nice block. There's a Gremlin Versus, track for the, collab. Oh, that's plus on block. It's like Weight of the World. Weight of the World, version for fighting. That's a good one. There you go. Oh boy. I used to play Nier Automata music on stream. But I stopped because I kept on getting copyright claimed. Oh, it tracked her matches. It says 2-1 now. Yo, Overkicks, how's it going? Sounds good, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Nice XP. Oh shit, that's not my meter, that's yours. I may have been able to convert that. That's weird. Okay. Shit. Messed up. Oh! Okay, salvaged. That was supposed to be a fast RC forward, and it would have killed, but it's okay. Alright, Resi, I think that ends the set though, right? 3... But yeah. GG's. That was weird where I was able to 5k your... that kick. I'll play one more. The blue kick. How's that 0 on block? Maybe it's not. Ooh. Big kick. Excuse me. Shit! Messed up. Alright.
Duel 3.
Control. Uh-oh, my bad. I should die for this. Nice. I don't know how long we're gonna play till. Oh, not dead yet. I need a bigger, better dust combo. I need to consult Garange. Hold my burst. All right. Nice catch on the backdash. All right. Oh no. It's okay. Oh! I saw the blue. I'm like, why would I want to push a button there? All right, GG's. You know, let's do one last one for real. Last one. And then I should take a little bit of a break. Last one for real. But low. Grab that. Block the burst. No burst. Okay. Nice hanging on to your burst. Alright. Okay, Resi, GG's. I should take a little bit of a break. Oh yeah, that was good though. I need to figure out jam. This jam situation, like, but yeah, GG's. This whole jam situation, I don't, like, I'm pretty lost on, I'll be honest with you. I should just figure out how jam works. All right. In the meantime, I'm actually gonna roll the ads just because I see that pre-roll is currently off. Excuse me, I always mess that up. Pre-roll is currently on. So let's roll ads so that we get no pre-rolls. In case anyone wants to swing by randomly, you know, they don't want to. I don't want them to be bombarded with ads. But yeah, if you guys want, I do have a YouTube and a Discord. I have time to check out the Discord sent it. Oh, okay, sounds good, Chris. Maybe I'll do that right now. All right, running ads in 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll pull up my Discord right now. I should be ending my stream pretty soon here too, because because this is about when my internet would drop, and I would rather send all the viewers to somebody before my internet drops. Do I have a DM? Oh, I do, yes. Sorry, Chris, I don't know why I don't have you as a friend already. There you go. A few things here. 4-way Oki setup that doesn't use wings. Paluna found this setup. Okay. Maybe I'll check that out. Maybe not right now. I'll take a look at it a little bit later. But thanks for sending me that, Chris. So, I need to know this for sure. All this frame data from Gem. I don't know. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. So what does she have? She's got this kick, right? Not that kick. This one? Oh, Corsica Ford Heavy. So it's -4 on block. So if you want to punish it, I guess you just IB it and throw. I guess in the end it's just not her turn. But she do something like this, right? Bam, 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 that. Which one's that? Oh, that's that kick. So if she's got it powered up, it's +6. So definitely not a time to push buttons. Oh, okay. So if you hold it, you get all of them. That's good to know. She's cartoonishly safe on a lot of normals and specials. And she can do this in the air too. Got command jump. What else she got? Got one of those. An overhead, that's a cross up. So she's -1 here. But unless she crosses you up, then it's like +3. 5k is 0. 5k 5k into 6k. Jesus Christ. It's a triple kick? 5k to standing low? Okay. I don't know why people are so scared of standing lows. It's like not... Like a lot of people are like, oh my god, this character has a standing low, she's so dangerous, or this character's so dangerous. I mean, like, you can't cancel into it, right? It's not like a 5s into a 5k. Right? It like works the same function as like a 2k, but I mean there's probably other frame data here. Like in terms of I don't know how fast it recovers. The Kyle special, that's right. What else does she have? Dragon kick? But yeah, you see this a lot, right? You see like bam bam, either that or bam bam. Yeah, this is her mix-up, right? That. Could you hold it? No. Or that. But this is kind of a tricky thing, right? Like when does this... Like when you compare like the frames of like the first frame of visual difference, she's in the air a little bit on this one, and this one here 10 frame attack interval. So like, I mean, I get mixed up by this. So of course I'll go back, kick, cancel into 6H for a low. Oh. versus, and this is going to be your high. Jesus Christ. And you compare it to this. What is this character, man? This is, oh my gosh. It's like ridiculously invisible. I guess, though, you should be able to mash out of that, right? Empty, of course, like what kick can land and throw and block. You can. I guess if you just says empty into a button. What's a JK or JH? What is that? What kind of kick is that? Oh, what happened to her JS? The one where she does this. I like that move. I was playing Teresa a lot, or a bunch at Texas Showdown, and he always hit me with the JS. And then whenever he did that, he's like, "Ba-ding, ba-ding, Super Mario, ding, ding, ding." I'm like, God damn it, Teresa. JH hits both sides. Ooh. Interesting. Alright. So now I know... Okay, she does a move that's like plus on block. I thought this was like plus on block, but it looks like it's -2. Oh, 6H? Yeah, if only Dizzy's JH hits both sides. So she doesn't really have anything that's that has insane frame data on... Oh, there we go. Close slash. On like block. Close slash is +3. 2S is -2. 5H is -4. 2H is -3. Okay, that's good to know. Like, when I was playing some jam players, they were doing this as if it was positive on block. Close slash 2S frame chest into 2H if you mash. Okay. Maybe that's why they were doing this. Right. It's a cool looking move. Alright, I think I'll play a little bit more and then we'll call it a day because you know what? Blue Jays are playing right now, aren't they? Hold on, give me a sec here. I gotta find this. I gotta see the score. Blue Jays score. Nice. Okay, okay. We're looking good. Give me 1 sec here, guys. If you guys enjoy sports, check this out. If you don't, I'm sorry, but I just need to know if my boy Okamoto got a hit. And no hit yet. Okay. So we're definitely going to play just a little bit longer, and then I'm going to probably watch this with my, while I cat sit somebody. I got to cat sit. Go over to my friend's house, feed the cat. His name is Bruce. Bruce Lee. He's a big chonker. But my friend is away for about a couple weeks, so I check up on his house every... I check up on his house every day. Clean up Bruce's poo-poo and feed him. And yeah, oh, Big Will fan, another cat, Big Will. Anyway, me and Bruce hang out and we watch sports. Bruce Lee is my emotional support animal when I watch the Blue Jays play. All right. List. Chris says, I mean, I don't think our normals were meant to be good. Yeah. I feel safe doing Ice Spike to end my combos. Or to end my block strings against Jam. I shouldn't feel safe doing that, but I do. Alright, we'll do a few more and then I'll call it a day. Yeah, that's a very classic thing that Geo players like to do. Round start, walk back. So I won't show all my cards just yet. Eventually what I want to be doing is catching the spiral arrow. Shit. I want to catch a spiral arrow with my Ice Spike. So I won't be using it very much in neutral. I'll represent all the other I'll represent all the other projectiles just so I can see that more, and then give my opponent a kind of false sense that they can do it. There it is. I shouldn't have pushed buttons there. So I'll try to win with Ice Spike. And then I'll start using Ice Spike on the second or third layer of neutral. In case I fall behind. It's like my my fallback. I might not even need to get to that point. Who knows? So let's dash forward, look for the... I was gonna say look for the walk back from Geos. Geos love doing that. There's a spiral arrow. There it is again. Okay, that's all part of my plan. Miss my anti-air. Side switch to something cute. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. I guess that's one of the faults of doing the super jump setup, is that if they just walk back, you won't have the space. You won't have the space to be behind and to air dash back JH. Okay, so I'm losing this round. The objective is to hold on to my burst and get them to use their burst on a losing round. Although the other objective is actually just to win. So right now might not be a bad time to represent Ice Spike. Shit. There you go. But now I show him Ice Spike that I can beat Spiral Arrow, so I laid all my cards on the table, and let's just work with it now. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna do a throw. And now I'm gonna try to bait out the burst. Hold up, jump. There it is. Okay, don't do this, but I'm just gonna break the wall right now. This will just kind of bring up my... Actually, this might not be a bad idea. The idea is to play neutral long enough so that I get more burst for the next round. But ideally just kill, right? There you go. Just maximizing that positive bonus. Okay, I'm gonna micro dash block. Oh. Messing up my inputs. Throw. They have burst, so let's try to bait that out. Shit. Okay. Because that's positive on block, it might not be a bad idea to do something like that. There we go. Where you do your reversal right after they do something plus on block, right? Not always the right choice, but if you have the right read, then it's something that you can do. Something that you can consider. Alright, there, GG's Geo. Okay. Let's see. You know, I have not very good luck against Venom, so some more Venom matchup experience would be nice. X Saber. Saber is a tag my wife uses. And she used that tag before the existence of Fate Stay Night, so my wife is the original Ortoria. Alright, here we go. Venom. 2S. I wonder if you see the same like round start. And oh, you shouldn't do that against Venom. I wonder if you see the same round start habits from old Xrd, sorry, from this game to Plus R and Xrd. Back in the day. Ooh, nice. Back in the day, a really popular button to push round start was 2S. I wonder if that still holds the same in Strive. Okay, we're gonna go in, close slash, and then the chestnuts, car chestnut loops. Let's go for throw. Okay. A better way to bait out the burst was to do a jump cancel. Not supposed to get hit by that standing. I don't think her normals are meant to be good. Venom 2S is double the startup in Strive, if I recall correctly. Oh, okay, yeah. It was such a good move in the older games. Excuse me.
I'm starting to understand. I know I'll get through.
Alright, let's round start dash block. Was that 2S? I think that was a 2P. Oh boy. There's a burst. Cash out on damage. There you go. The good old Daiji special. Dash block again. Shit. Fake out for throw. Okay. I don't think my opponent is gonna burst. Shit. Okay, I worked out. All right. What time is it? It's 11:23. Maybe we'll do one last one. Yo, you're well. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the follow. Alright, I have a feeling my internet is gonna crash pretty soon here, so before it does that, I should probably send you all off to somebody. And I need to get some lunch maybe. Hang out with my buddy Bruce. Watch some baseball. But thank you so much for the follow. I do want to stream more though. But yeah, successful stream. We ended up getting 1600 with Dizzy. This is the farthest I've ever been. And I'm hoping to keep rising. Can I... Oh, there's a fly in front of my face. How do I... There's a way to like... filter by character, right? One of these buttons. Select? Start? None of the buttons work. R3 L. Oh no. Yo, we got... Yo, I didn't know that. If you hold R3, you get their IP addresses. I'm joking. Crazy. Okay. Sort by... Man, this is not as intuitive as it was before. But like if we look at rating update. The dock spun. My bad. Alright, rating update. We did good. And I feel like I can keep getting stronger. It says 64th Dizzy, but if we refresh that 1600, we're now Ignis. I've come up with a new recipe. I'm gonna keep making that joke. Alright, okay. Alright, with that said, let's go ahead and raid somebody. The toxic button. Alright, I won't show you guys. I appreciate y'all, all y'all hanging out. Okay, let's see. But I gotta get going. We're streaming Strive right now. Let us raid a friend. Or maybe let's make a new friend. V-Link, Chipset, and then Lucy Wire. Okay, she, her, Spanish, English. Okay, sounds good. Let's do that. V-Link 15. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Much appreciated. Bashio, how's it going? If it isn't the dankiest Dizzy on Twitch, I wouldn't say... Oh, I don't know. Maybe there are other Dizzy players. No, you're totally off. Dank XNen would be the dankiest Dizzy on Twitch. I'm just John Dizzy. The John Dizzy. Alright, but how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Dank would be. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for just ending the stream right now, Bashio style, but my internet has been just so awful. If I don't raid someone right now, it's gonna like shut off and the love wouldn't be spread. And I owe someone the love. So now we're gonna raid V-Link 15. I believe they are playing, or she's playing Lucy, Espanol and English. So we speak half those languages. So I'm gonna send you all over to them. And yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. Gonna get some rest right now, hang out with a cat, and watch some baseball. But with that said, you guys have a good day. And oh, one more thing actually. Oh, whatever. Anyway, I was gonna say, check out the YouTube, check out the Discord, blah blah blah. But whatever. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you all next time. All right, take care, everybody.